What's up, YouTube? Tonight we have with us a TikTok sensation and a Twitch entertainer, NickyNeurotic. He's a ton of fun, a great guy. You guys should all go check him out on his Twitch page and his TikTok. And tonight, we're going to talk about something else. Hey, welcome to Let's Play Death Ray. I'm David.
Jake. Hi, I'm Kyle.
And we have with us the awesome NickyNeurotic. Sir, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell people where they can find you?
Hello, everybody. My name is NickyNeurotic. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch, I would say. Mostly just chatting shenanigans and recently JRPGs, which has been a lot of fun. I started out on TikTok and then kind of moved my audience a little bit over to Twitch, and now I'm kind of juggling the two. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job, but I got on the podcast, so must be doing something right. So yeah, twitch.tv/NickyNeurotic or NickyNeurotic on TikTok as well are my two kind of main platforms. I'm also on Twitter. I do a little bit of Instagram, a little bit of everything.
All right. Yeah, definitely go follow him, guys. His stuff is amazing. Like, legitimately, I don't know how you have not popped off more than you have already. I know that's like the rude thing to say to streamers, but like, there are a lot of people that I know that are not necessarily the quality of what you produce. So
I appreciate that.
It's a lot of fun. So go check it out, guys. Also, I'm staring at chat more than normal. I see like all the homies are in chat right now. And also are accusing each other of look, guys, we all go to the same places. If we have not figured that out by now, I cannot go to a Twitch chat without seeing at least one of you guys. But to get away from the content creation stuff, because we generally try not to talk about it on this podcast. Mm-hmm. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about, it was on your list, but it also, I saw it on the stream the other night. You showed off a birthday present to yourself.
Ooh, Rhonda.
That was the name. I couldn't remember. I love the look of confusion on Jake's face. Do you have it nearby? Do you?
Oh my God, yes, I have it.
Okay, of course.
Oh, this right here is Rhonda. I turned 30. For those of you who don't know, I might look like I'm 12, but I promise you I'm not. Old as hell. So for my 30th birthday, I thought, and you know, with 2020 how it was, I thought I needed to kind of reward myself a little bit, you know. I mean, 3 decades, dude, 3 decades. So I was going to get a custom shop guitar, which if you don't know is kind of like the top of the line. They have Fenders, they have Gibsons, but the custom shop's like top of the line kind of stuff. So I got Rhonda here. She's spec'd out as a 1962 Stratocaster. It was made in 2020, but
Right.
It's spec'd out to be a 1962, which is actually when my dad was born. And the neck is based off of a 1955 Stratocaster, which is when my mom was born. So it's kind of has a little bit of sentimental value to me. And yeah, I love her to death. And she will be the guitar I have until I pass away. So, I don't want to take the vibe there, but anyway, it's gonna be like a lifetime guitar, and I'm super excited to have her. And I named her Rhonda because I figured that would be like, it's Fiesta Red.
Right.
So I thought like maybe she's a little feisty, and like a feisty lady in 1962. I feel like their names were Rhonda. Come on now.
That's perfect. Also, I absolutely love that. Yeah, that thing is beautiful.
Yeah, I'm very happy, which is good because it was way more money than I've ever spent on an instrument, and so I'm glad it came out as well as it did.
Right. That thing looks beautiful. Have you had a chance to play it yet?
Oh my, yeah.
Okay.
So I ended up getting this a little bit before. It was kind of at the end of 2020 because a lot of these kind of guitars is like they're limited, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like I didn't necessarily order. See, like you can go to their website and like the custom shop, right? You can go spec for spec and be like, I want exactly this kind of neck, this kind of body, and you know, just kind of do a little bit of everything, especially considering how expensive they are. So I could have done that, but that would also take a couple years to make because there's like a huge waiting list for that. So I just had to kind of search around the internet. A lot of different companies, a lot of music shops will kind of spec here and there. Like they'll get kind of a generic layout, and then they'll just buy a whole bunch of them. So luckily I found that, which had the 2 years I wanted, had the color I wanted. It looked like I wanted, so I was like, I have to get this now. So that's kind of how it was almost an impulse purchase. If you ask my wife, it was an impulse purchase. But yeah, I'm super glad I got it. I love the way it plays. Thank goodness. And yeah, it's all good. And actually, I do actually have a little story, if you don't mind.
No, please go ahead.
So it came with another 1955 neck on it, right? And I played it for maybe 2 or 3 months, and everything was fine. And I was like, you know what? Like, whenever I buy a new guitar, I send it into a shop to get it set up, right? By somebody who knows the ins and outs of how a guitar should work. Like, I know how to play, but I don't necessarily know the inner workings of how to get it playing to its best, right? So I brought it in to a shop, and I was waiting a couple days. They gave me a call, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna go get it. And so I answered the phone, and they were like, hey, we have some bad news. And I'm like, okay, what kind of bad news is that? And they told me that the neck was twisted, they call it. So there's a rod inside of a guitar neck, and that rod is bowed slightly. And by turning that metal piece, it creates it makes the strings closer or farther away from the neck. So like depending on how you like to play, if you like the strings, some like jazz players I think like it a little bit farther away from the neck, whereas like metal guitarists that go like super shreddy fast like it a little bit closer. So it being twisted means that by turning that does not do anything. It doesn't do its job right. So it's basically a worthless neck on this really expensive guitar I just bought. So
Yikes.
I wasn't feeling too great. I had to buy another neck. Luckily, I found another one. There are plenty of. At least it was fairly easy finding a lot of different kinds of necks out there, and luckily I found the right ear I wanted. And then we swapped it out. So it at least has kind of a fun, maybe not fun story, but it has an interesting story tied to it. Full of twists and turns and ups and downs, I would say.
Wow.
That was a dad joke. I'm sorry.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm used to them. That's really cool though. Is that the only guitar that you have currently?
No, I have actually 2 more beside me. I have 2 acoustics in cases, and then I have one of my old, like the guitar I kind of grew up with. Back there just laying on the floor. So I kind of like, I want to get rid of some just because I like, I like just having like 1 or 2 to fiddle around with, but I just can't get myself, like I like different things about each one of them.
Right.
So I have a really hard time picking and choosing which ones I keep. I'm probably just gonna keep them all.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's look. I've known several musicians in my life, and you don't get rid of an instrument. You say, maybe I'll sell this one to pay rent, and then you don't do it, and then you get kicked out, and then it's you and your 8 guitars living in your car. Yeah, I know the struggle.
Yeah, but it's all about the art and the music.
Yeah,
yeah. It's not about the bills. It's about living free or something.
That's right. Oh man. That was always something I wanted to learn to do, was play guitar. I'm not going to acknowledge chat right now, but I always wanted to learn. I always wanted to learn to play guitar, and every single time I started, something came up and like got in the way. And then now I've done martial arts for like 20 plus years, and I have problems moving my pinky independently from all the damage, and like I got pushed off a roof when I was younger, and just a whole bunch of messed up hand stuff. So yeah, that's something I love watching people play guitar. I love listening to guitar, especially I'm a sucker for acoustic anything. Jake's dad used to play acoustic guitar for us all the time. Like that was what we did for like family time. We like hung out around the fire.
An electric was a mistake because we never slept again.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I remember those days too. Like back in the day. Well, now I know how to plug headphones in, but back in the day, no. And growing up, man, I could imagine my mom just sitting in her room, like, "Oh my God, get this out of my house."
Mm-hmm.
She probably wishes I had just had an acoustic and not the electric. I started with electric, and I did electric for the most part, for most of my life. And I remember getting an acoustic, and I'm like, "This will be easy." And it's like, it's just a whole different way of thinking. Like, it's a whole different way of playing. So I was like, well, I can't play this now. What is happening? So yeah, that's really funny that you can maybe sleep better if it wasn't an electric guitar around.
Oh God.
Oh,
I tried the drums too one time,
ooh.
and my mom regretted that real quick because it wasn't an electric drum set, which you should probably get a child, or at least like a younger person. You should probably start out with electric drum set. You could plug some headphones in and kind of, like it's kind of like playing Rock Band, right? It's just kind of they're a little bit softer than hitting this big old freaking drum.
Rock Band is how I knew I shouldn't play the drums because
See, that's all I play on there. Like all my friends that I used to play with are like, "Don't you want to play guitar?" I'm like, "No, I play that normally. I play that in real life.
Right.
I want to play these drums. I don't play drums in real life."
yeah.
Good
Yeah.
times.
My mom
right.
quickly regretted putting me in a music class when I was in elementary. Like I was homeschooled, but I was like at that age, and one of our friends was a music teacher, and so they put me in a public school, like open music class, and the first thing they started with was recorders.
Yes. Oh my God, hot cross buns.
Yep.
Hot cross
Yeah.
fucking buns, dude. Oh, give me a recorder. I'll play it right now. It's 210-210-0000, whatever. Yeah. Dude, I
Yep.
can play that right now.
I probably could with a little bit of warm up, and it would be just as horrible as it was then.
Dude, like, have you ever heard a good? Are there like are there professional recorder players?
Yeah,
I
there's
hope
gotta be
not.
some
Somewhere,
select
right?
orchestra
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I don't know about that.
That's
That's a rough time.
that's awful. Yeah, why?
Why do you think we start? I guess it's cheap. Recorders are pretty cheap. I was like, I wonder
Yeah.
why they start you on a recorder.
Why
That
not move
makes
to
sense,
like the
though.
piccolo
I
or
think-
something?
Well, because I think the finger movements
That
for
was very hard.
yeah, I think the finger movements of the recorder are also a lot easier than other instruments, and you're not like it's not fine pressure with like you're actually just like blocking off the hole so you don't have to like lightly touch or anything like that.
Yeah, I think Camilla said in the chat. I think that O word. I'm not even gonna try to say that, but it's like that one that looks like a face.
The
Kinda looks
automaton.
like a small saxophone. Yeah. Those things are crazy. I've only seen like TikToks of those. Looks awesome. And I know I'd get it, and I wouldn't play it, and it'd be stupid, but they look fun.
I had never heard of it until Camilla showed me in a Discord call once. So she produced this little thing, and I thought it was like a knickknack from an anime or something. And then she started playing it, and I was like, oh, all right.
I could totally see that. It kind of has like what is it? What's Link's little thing?
The ocarina.
Ocarina. Yeah, it kind of like resembles something like that, like where they play some weird little thing with the mouth, and then a genie comes out or something.
That's right.
Which, if anybody's listening, that's going to make an anime about that. I want rights to that. Right. You heard it here first.
That's right. Trademarked here.
Copyright.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, no, I love music, and I love talking to musicians and people who are just way more talented than me. But have you ever, so aside from like as a child, have you tried crossing over to new instruments, or do you just pretty much stick with the guitar?
Yeah. I try to do it. Like at the beginning of quarantine, I bought myself a full piano. Or like not a piano, but a keyboard.
Okay.
And I learned how to play the Shire, which is at the freaking best song played on piano. and then I kind of never played it again. I sold it at the end of quarantine. So, but I mean, I learned the song that I wanted to learn, and then I was kind of done. I think it's hard for me. Already have learned, like, you know, I mean, obviously I'm not an expert at the guitar or anything, I would say, but I know at least, you know, it's hard to go back. It's hard to go back to like starting a whole new journey, right? And especially when I don't feel like I'm at, you know, like the finished product of guitar. It's kind of like stopping this really long RPG that you're playing to start another one, but you haven't finished the first one yet. Like that's kind of how it feels to me, at least.
Kyle,
all the time.
Kyle, whatever you are doing, I am gonna slap you. It is so loud, you piece of shit.
Barnes and Noble apparently sells those. I don't know how to say that. Automatone?
I think it's automaton. I think
automaton. That sounds way cooler.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me.
It sounds like an anime character.
It does, which is also part of why I was very confused. God damn it. I'm sorry. The chip bag derailed me completely. I hate you, Kyle. Kyle? Oh, cookies.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
God, I have those in my kitchen right now, dude. I've been munching on them the last couple of days. The chewy ones too. Oh, they hit different. They hit different, dude. The chewy ones are just so good.
Much better.
So much better. Yes.
Yeah. Have you? I mean, this. Okay, we might be going off the rails a little bit.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna lead us out there. Do you know anybody who likes crunchy cookies over the soft ones?
Over the soft? My son.
Never heard.
But he's 2 and doesn't know anything. So.
I have never heard. Like I like my cookies crunchy. I don't know, which is fine. I mean, oh really?
If I'm just eating the cookies, I definitely want the chewy. But if I'm dunking them in coffee, I want the crispy.
That's. I do like.
Yeah.
I do like a good English biscuit too, like especially if you're gonna have like tea or coffee. Those are really good, and
I don't know if I've had English biscuit. I mean that's just like an English cookie, right? Don't they call cookies biscuits?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
They don't know how to properly.
Wow. Wow.
That.
Yeah, that's right. Get fucked, our British audience. It's okay. It's like one dude.
He'll be all right.
He comes in. Fuck you.
I was just gonna say, hey, that's exactly what happened last time when we started talking about the UK and Knockdom shows up. But anyways. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I don't know anyone that likes crispy cookies like at all. That's a weird.
Never heard that. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could see your point in the dunking. Like maybe soft cookies, if you dunk them, the structure of the cookie goes downhill real fast.
Yeah.
I could understand
It
that.
falls to the bottom of like the milk or the tea or coffee or whatever it's going in. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, that's not the move. That's not the vibe we're going for.
Yeah, I don't like chunky milk. That's just.
Ooh, yeah. No, I really just don't like anything swimming around in my drink. Like I like anything solid that's going around in my drink. I just don't like that. It's just not.
It's not right.
It's not where it's at. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
But to go back to your previous question, I have tried several different instruments, and I just keep going back. Just keep going back to the same one. Just based on it's kind of what I've been doing, and I've always loved guitar music, and
Nice.
always loved guitar solos, and that's kind of all I've been doing, I guess.
Fair enough. So are you a rock and roller, or do you play jazz, or is there a specific type of music that you'd like to stick to, or?
Yeah, so like my dad got me onto like 70s and 80s like heavy metal and rock and stuff.
Okay.
Big Van Halen fan when I was growing up, so I always attempted to do anything close to what Eddie Van Halen would do. Big Zeppelin fan. You know, I mean, pretty much all the greats in that kind of era. That's kind of what I grew up playing. I started playing a little bit of metal in high school when like I would get in some bands.
Nice.
None of my bands ever did anything, but we just kind of practice every now and then. We just thought it was fun, which is good enough for me.
Yeah.
And then I started trying to do acoustic a little bit more, and now I'm kind of in this spot where like there are all these like I feel like guitar is coming back, like guitar music's kind of coming back, which is crazy. Like you see it in like mainstream kind of music now, like even like rap and hip hop and stuff.
Yep.
The instruments in the background are guitars, and like it's kind of crazy to see that, and kind of like the emo stuff come back, because like we were talking about before, grew up an elder emo, still am, going strong. And so I love to see that kind of stuff coming back. Everybody's singing what is it, Ohio's for Lovers, like Hawthorne Heights songs, and I'm like, hell yes. Anyway, yeah, that's so so now it's kind of like, it's kind of nice seeing all this new music, because then I can learn this new music, and it's like the stuff that's kind of popular now, and it's kind of cool. It's cool to see it come back, and it's cool to see all these new kind of genres forming,
Right.
which is fun.
Yeah, no, I always love finding new music to listen to, but also just like watching the evolution of some things in certain bands and stuff. It's crazy how much it really does cycle around. And I've been seeing a lot of, even in like pop and hip hop, like you were mentioning, not just guitar, but like starting to see a lot more like horns coming back in. You hear like saxophones occasionally, trumpets. It's crazy to see that. It's almost like, part of me wonders if ska is trying to come back, and I kind of hope not.
Hell yeah.
Just because
No,
classic
fourth wave
ska.
here we come,
No,
baby.
look, leave ska where it is so I can enjoy it. I don't believe that I could enjoy fourth wave ska, Jake, at all.
I mean, well, you know what might help ska is Tony Hawk Pro Skater coming back like real strong.
Yeah.
And then we just have, dude, that would be amazing. That would actually be kind of cool.
Oh.
have some a nice punk ska mix. Ooh.
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 I am much more partial to the punk part of that. So.
Yeah, same. But I could listen to some ska every now and then. I could appreciate the music for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I've been on a weird kick, which has led me to some ska stuff lately. Of like, I've been finding a bunch of music that has like hints of big band in the background, and I've been following that. Which, of course, I mean, inevitably, you go on one of those playlists and you end up in ska
That's how they
territory.
get you. Next thing you know, you're in hour 2 of listening to Real Big Fish. And you're like, you got me again, Scott.
Always coming back to bite you.
Oh, we have a friend who's like a ska advocate, and it would make him proud to know that I'm listening to ska music every once in a while now at work. But I don't know. I just
has been having a moment.
It has.
That's amazing. That's the anime daddy apparently is your ska friend.
I mean, apparently I have two. But like, I don't know. Anime daddy listens to a lot of music that I would too. Like, somebody mentioned, do people even? I think it was Dean Martin, or no, it was Frank Sinatra. Do people even listen unironically to Frank Sinatra? The answer is yes. And apparently it's just old assholes like me. But
Terrible.
what? Look.
I feel like maybe one reason, like why we're seeing these actual instruments, like big band kind of stuff, coming back, maybe is like the rise of EDM in like the early 10s or whatever. Like it got so, which I love the EDM. Like I watched your guys' podcast with Cosplay when he was talking about EDM, and I was like, hell yeah, dude, because I was that guy too, going to these. I didn't go to festivals, but I went to plenty of concerts and loved that stuff. But maybe like the rise of all this super electronic, super overproduced kind of stuff. Now everybody's like kind of down on that, and they're like, okay, let's bring back like almost nostalgia for like these instruments and stuff like that. So who knows? That's just my theory.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. And it is weird that there's like nostalgia for instruments.
You're right.
Like a specific sound. It's like, man, you remember when instruments were in music?
Yeah, pretty soon it's gonna be like, remember we used to take walks Remember we used to like. Well,
Oh.
actually, it kind of gotten like
As-
after the last year and a half. I mean, it's been like, oh yeah, we go to concerts.
I
Remember those?
I was just about to say, I literally saw a tweet not too long ago from one of my friends talking about how they went on their first like family walk since COVID. So like we kind of are nostalgic for walking, Nicky.
That is so wild. That's actually what I did the most of in quarantine. I walked almost every day. We went to like trails out here, and I mean, there's not a ton of trails where I live, but we went on all of them, and it was kind of nice.
That would have been a healthy
And we're-
alternative than me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've sat in my house for 30 years now, so I mean, I had to go outside sometime.
I like
Trails, yeah, RN talking crap on my trails over here. I guess his place has a whole bunch of cool
Well-
trails you can mountain bike.
Look, yeah, I was gonna say RN doesn't call it a trail unless it does this, you know, like it's got to be all downhill. Yeah, that's all right. He's gonna start mountain biking Twitch and he'll take off. But no, I stopped like almost all physical activity, as much as I hate that fact, when COVID hit, because like I used to be a martial arts assistant instructor at a school. I used to do like military simulation airsoft stuff, and then COVID hit and just everything closed down, everything shut down, and then Twitch was a thing. And
Is that when you started? Was like kind of started doing stuff on here?
No, that's when we started trying seriously, and actually like giving a shit about what was happening. Was a couple months. We started a little late. We started in May of 2020. So, like all the big TikTokers had already gotten their clout, and you know we're doing their thing, and convinced me to download an app called TikTok. And as much as that app annoys me, I met a lot of really cool people through it. So I can't bitch too much.
I probably owe a lot to TikTok. I know we're not supposed to get into content, but it is kind of hard for me. Like I mentioned this to you guys a couple days ago. It's hard for me not to go back to content,
Right.
because I do it for fun and I do it for a career. So like that, you guys asked me what my hobbies were, and I was like, what are my hobbies other than content creation? Like I had to really dive deep into what I do. I'm like, what else do I do? I don't know what I do. Anyway, that's so it's hard for me not to always go back to to content.
Yeah, I find that that's the case a lot of the time.
Yeah, and I mean, it's something, you know, I've always been passionate in, and stuff like that, as well as, you know, most of us. So
Yeah. No,
always
I
something
can
to go
listen.
back to.
Like sleeping's my hobby.
I love
Besides
sleep.
watching anime and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you know what?
But-
My wife's a big fan of sleeping. She comes home after work and she's like, I've never seen a bigger smile on her face than when she lays down. And I'm like, cool. Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleeping is so good though. Sleeping's good.
It's the best.
Congrats, man. Turning your hobby into an actual career.
Yeah,
that's
it,
something I wish I could do.
yeah, it's good and bad, I think. I mean, it's obviously good in that everybody that does, especially like small streamers on here, always, you know, that's the dream, right? To get paid doing that. I suppose the other side to it would be, it is exhausting doing it for 45 plus hours and then going home and doing it some more for my personal. And I've tried to kind of juggle it a little bit, and that's one thing that I think I'm still getting to. I took a couple months off streaming recently, just because I just, you know, had so much going on everywhere else, and just kind of got burnt out. And that's kind of the one thing that I don't want. I don't want this to turn in. I don't want it to feel like a job. And before, when I was streaming, I gave myself a strict schedule, and I knew I shouldn't have done that, because then it started feeling like, oh, I need to clock in now. And so then I stopped doing it, and then it kind of took the fun out of it. So then now I take it, I at least in my head, I'm trying to take it a lot less seriously when it comes to that, and just focus on kind of making the best I can out of what I do, and when I'm on. So
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah. But anyway, I won't talk about content anymore. I promise.
So back on the subject of you don't like. Was it you or David that said you didn't like chunky things in your milk or floating in your?
Yeah,
I
that's me.
think we're
No.
all in agreement on that.
So how
Yeah,
do you feel
or-
about cereal?
Ooh. No. Are you talking about the soup cereal? Like soup?
Like soup?
No, I'm just kidding. That's like a one of those things where it's like, is cereal soup?
Yeah.
Oh, we know.
Yeah,
We
it's
know.
not.
We
Okay,
know.
okay.
We know.
Yeah, maybe it depends on the size of chunks, or it's probably the. Let me think. It's probably like if I'm putting things in my milk purposely,
Oh, okay.
or if it's
Sounds like-
accidentally going in my milk.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
that's it. Maybe it's a thing of purpose. Does it belong in there, or did I accidentally get it in there? Because I love cereal. I love all kinds of cereal. So yeah, you got me there. Yeah, good soup. Good soup.
I think it's also partially like a texture thing, right? Because it's like anytime it like gets that like goopy quality.
Yeah, after it sits in the milk for too long, I'd rather pour myself another bowl of cereal than continue eating that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I don't know though. I kind of like a little soggy cereal. I don't know.
No,
Like-
but I
like
mean,
hun-
like
hun-
it's floating on
I came
top,
back to some weird stuff
Yeah,
here.
okay.
and it's like
Yeah,
that real soggy stuff.
Yeah, there is a point when it starts getting like fluffy when you're like, okay, we've gone too far.
No, let's get rid of it. Let's go
has
pour myself
reached-
another bowl.
Is reach its maximum amount of
Like absorption or whatever.
expanded. Yeah, absorption. yeah.
All of this sounds disgusting.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah. God. Sorry about that. Yeah, I had some stuff come up. Gotta
Could not
love.
tell, David.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Look here. You stop your shit, all right?
Let me just reach for another cookie.
I will walk in there and slap you, Kyle.
Fight.
You're the
That would make for some good.
Slap. Got it.
It is not.
well, I'm not-
It would not be the first time. First of all, there's a channel point redemption on our stream where you can make one of us slap one of the others, and it got redeemed twice during a podcast once, and so I just got up and walked into his room and just slapped him on camera.
Yep.
It's a lot of fun.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a
Haven't
great
got
one.
my revenge yet.
Yet. But anyways, to get back on track from whatever got you into good soup. Ugh. And so I didn't really have a whole lot left to talk about with music other than the fact that Jake and I could probably talk about that all night. I was gonna ask you what your favorite genre of music, not necessarily to play, so we kind of talked about that, but what's your favorite genre of music to like listen to?
That's kind of tough. I don't even know what they would even call it now. I guess a general would just be like, I guess kind of like screamo, I suppose, or maybe like just like typical emo music, like the Used.
Okay.
And like I liked Hawthorne Heights back in the day. Still listen to them. This is a little bit controversial because I know people either love him or hate him. But MGK has come out and like started doing some rock, which I like.
Has he?
Yeah. Actually, it's like and I should put Blink-182 on there as well. I love Blink-182.
Ooh, yeah.
But Travis Barker is bringing rock and like that kind of that like Midwest emo kind of sounds back. He's like drumming for all these like rappers and stuff now, which is making it just a little bit closer to like rock and stuff. It's actually kind of crazy. And yeah, MGK did try to start beef with Slipknot. That's why everybody. Well, that's one of the reasons why everybody doesn't like him. I get it. I do still like his music. I'm not even gonna lie.
Like, I don't like Slipknot, but Corey Taylor in everything else he does is amazing. So
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Slipknot either, but I could respect I could respect them and what they do. They're good at what they do.
Oh yeah. No, they definitely are talented. It's weird. I can't listen to Slipknot, but literally every other like band or guest appearance that Corey Taylor has in music, I love. So
I would not want to mess with that dude. I don't know. I don't know Corey Taylor at all. I just have seen him, and I've maybe seen a couple interviews with him. He's probably somebody I would never want to mess with. He seems like he just beat the shit out of me, and anybody I would know.
that's fair.
I've probably listened to one song by him, probably.
Yeah, I've only heard a handful of Slipknot songs. I can respect their like theatrics though. I think that's cool. I like that.
They are
weird and
showmen, that's for sure.
Yeah, right.
Not all bands go that all out, that's for sure.
Right. You got to respect the art, I guess.
Them and Rammstein, some of the stuff that those bands pull off, like.
Yeah, I think it's like Mudvayne's another big one that do like you just watched like one of their music videos and you're like, what the hell is this, dude? It's just like they just go off the rails, which I can respect because it makes it interesting to me.
Too, I think in their music videos, it's great to watch their music videos though. I enjoy Tool.
Dude, I remember watching the very first like Flyleaf concert that they on their very first tour and thinking that they were cool because they like did all this stuff around the stage and got even more like active than like AC/DC and stuff, which was like the top tier in my mind at the time. And then my buddy after the show was like, yeah, but look at this. This is Rammstein setting themselves on fire on stage. And I went, I'm sorry, what?
Look, that's true, but I think Pink Floyd still has just the coolest fucking thing ever. Just they crashed
the big
a
pig?
prop plane. No, not even the pig.
Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty cool. But they for one of their when they were doing the wall, that they crashed a fucking prop plane for their fucking concerts.
Into what?
Right? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
Into the ground?
So they did. They created the illusion of crashing the prop plane. What they did was like an arena, so they had it like go in like behind, like it was going to crash, and then have like a simulated explosion behind, so it looked like this plane just fucking crashed. It's the coolest fucking thing ever. Like, every metal band is fucking shit. Pink Floyd ruined all of you. Fuck you.
Okay. There's a team behind the scenes that are just like, please, God, don't make this go bad. Like, don't kill anybody. Like they're just holding their breath the whole way.
Yeah, I was gonna say somewhere there's a safety manager popping Xanax.
You know what? Say what you will about EDM and stuff, but I went to a Skrillex concert. I've been to Skrillex was like my dude back then, and I went to plenty of his concerts around the area, and he put on the craziest show. The one thing I will say about EDM concerts versus like rock ones is that it's cool seeing the people play their instruments and sing and actually sing and stuff. And I know a lot of people are saying, the EDM people, they just press play, which, I mean, as far as I know, isn't too far away from the truth. I mean, they mix and stuff, but I'm sure it's not, they're not doing too terribly much. They know exactly what's going to happen, right? So, but the light show that they put on, and Skrillex in this one was in a spaceship that in the middle of the concert lifted and then started going out into the crowd a little bit, which was just absolutely ridiculous looking. And like the lights everywhere, and it was pretty cool. It was definitely a show, and that's what I enjoy when I go to shows. Just I want to go somewhere and be like, holy shit, and just look around.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Like I've been to a lot of rock concerts, and then I'm like, yeah, concerts are just kind of eh. And then I see that shit on YouTube, or like hear somebody talk about Pink Floyd crashing a plane, and I've clearly just been to all the lame concerts.
There are definitely levels, I think.
Yeah.
There are definitely levels and different budgets, I would say.
Yeah, you need to go to the.
It's also like a different experience, right? Well,
Yeah.
if you're going to like Bob Dylan, you're going for the music experience. There's not going to be like any pageantry or anything. You're going for that.
That's
Whereas
fair.
if you go to like a metal show, you're expecting that sort of like pageant, depending on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
not
true.
just the music.
Yeah.
Now, Another question, and this one's just for Jake, but I know he's too shy to ask it. How do you feel about Aerosmith?
I've never been a big Aerosmith fan.
Damn.
I've never been a big Aerosmith fan. You know, like I really only like Dream On.
That's fair.
And that's because of the solo, and then like I don't really know of any other. I'm just a big solo guy. I mean, Eddie Van Halen was my dude, and the first song I listened to was Eruption, and that morphed what I think about playing guitar and what a song should have. Obviously, a song, you know, like that was just a solo, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think Dream On's the only one I like.
That's
but
fair.
I could respect Steven Tyler for how he sings. I think he's a good singer. I just the rest of the band kind of just isn't for me. It just it isn't enough. I don't know. It isn't enough interest for me.
Right.
I think the rest of the band's pulling him down. You heard it here first.
That's right. Ditch the rest of those losers.
Yeah, screw those guys.
Oh, that's funny. No, I just wanted to ask because Jake hates Aerosmith, and
Nice.
I'm indifferent to them, but since Jake hates them, I just automatically jokingly call them the greatest band of all time. So just to make Jake mad.
Have you ever heard of the band? Like this is maybe a little bit of a detour, but it'll come back, I promise. Have you ever heard of the band Greta Van Fleet?
Yes.
They're like a new band. They sound just like Led Zeppelin.
Uh-huh.
Apparently, and you may know this already, but I'll let everybody else know who doesn't know this. So they interviewed Robert Plant, which is the lead singer of Led Zeppelin, and they were like, "Have you heard of this band?" And he's like, "Yeah, they sound just like Led Zeppelin 1." And then I guess the lead singer of Greta Van Fleet said that his biggest inspiration was Steven Tyler. And Robert Plant in that interview would mention that. He's like, yeah, and he said his number one inspiration is Steven Tyler, and he went like, like it sounds just. I mean, it is Led Zeppelin today. I mean, it's crazy how much it sounds like it, but
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of funny. It is a Steven Tyler thing.
Right.
There's where that.
Yeah, no,
I
I got it. I got it. That's perfect. Also,
Yep.
I hadn't seen anything really about them. I've only heard a couple of their songs, but yeah, that comparison to Led Zeppelin is perfect.
Yeah. And RN saying Joe Perry is the greatest guitarist ever to live. Can somebody
that's a
ban
thing you can say.
Camilla? Can you ban him for like 10 seconds or something? Because that's just not even true. He's not even the best. He's not the best guitarist on this podcast.
Oh, that's so. Oh,
I mean, I do got a guitar over there.
David could play around that guy, no problem.
yeah, and I don't even know how to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, we can do it right now. I got a guitar. I'll run it over to you, David.
Yes.
No, look, I don't know how to play. Partially because my fingers are broken. The other part because my teacher took off for some weird reason. That's a whole long story. It's weird. But don't let your music teacher date your older sisters. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
I never had any music teachers.
Really? Oh, are you self-taught?
Yeah, I know. All self-taught. Yeah, which is probably not the way to go. Like I learned way slower than I'm sure normal people would, but I just kind of enjoyed it at the beginning. And I mean, really, like all my friends didn't know I played for like 4 or 5 years.
Oh wow.
Or like 6 years. I mean, like they were like, I don't know like where they were coming over and not seeing my guitar, but they're like, I remember when I sat down and played. We're just like hanging out, whatever. I sat down and started playing. They're like, "Oh, you play guitar?" I'm like, "Dude, what? What? Yeah, of course I play guitar." And like, it was just this weird thing that I just played for myself. I don't know. And I've always kind of been like that as well. Like, my wife has only seen me play a few times, and like, I'm just a very, like I like kind of play for myself a little bit,
Okay.
which is probably different than maybe a few musicians, or probably most musicians, I would say.
Right.
Probably a lot of people just like, hey, look what I could do. And I'm like, I will be over here.
I don't know. Jake's very that way. Even when I ask him to, like he mostly just plays his bass in his room, like. So, I get that.
Yeah, I'll put on.
To me, it's just a fun thing. Like,
Yeah, I'll put on like a backing track, and then and just play the guitar part, and it's like I have a band. It's good enough for me. I actually had a lot of stage fright when I was younger too. So like, we played a couple talent shows, and once I was up there, I was fine because I was the one who knew the instrument more than everybody else. So I felt maybe a little bit more confidence in that. But yeah, I mean, as a person who's just naturally more introverted anyway, playing on stage was kind of a huge problem for me. And that's probably why I didn't go anywhere. I just enjoyed it more, either making videos of it or just playing kind of by myself and kind of being like, oh, that was fun. I think so.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't think so.
Did you learn from like tabs, or are you like, did you learn hearing it, or?
No. I learned from tabs.
Okay.
The first song I learned with tabs, I actually didn't really know. I think maybe that was my biggest problem at the beginning, was like I didn't know. I didn't know how to get the resources to get to anywhere, right?
Okay.
So like, I just kind of noodle around for a little bit. And then when I realized there are tabs, I was like, oh, these are telling me what to play.
Right.
This is amazing. And I learned Seven Nation Army was my first one, even though that's played, I think it's played on bass. Yeah, Seven Nation Army was my first song I learned, and I was like, this is sick. I could just learn these songs. They just tell me what notes to put. Yeah, hell yeah. And so then, sky's the limit after that, and I just kept trying to climb up the ladder of technical guitar, I guess.
Nice.
So,
do you read music? Do you read music now?
Not at all. No.
'Kay.
Not at all.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. I played in band a little bit, and I played I played the trumpet, played the clarinet for a little bit, and like I learned a little bit of reading notes, but not with guitar. Not at all. And I don't think I'm like, I don't know how that would really help me any way. Like tabs are fine enough to me. I don't care to really learn the music theory behind it or whatever I would get out of the notes.
Fair enough. Yeah, Go ahead, Kyle.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I took a guitar class in high school, and our teachers asked us to pick a song, and Seven Nation Army was the only song I literally jumped at. Was like, I'm gonna crash course my way through this song.
Yeah.
That's a good first, like, it's a good, I mean, it's a song everybody knows. It's badass. I mean, yeah, I think it's kind of the perfect like beginner song to play on guitar.
Yeah, I think it's like the second or third song I learned on bass as well. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's actually played on a bass, I believe.
No,
maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know.
In the original,
is it played on guitar?
It's super distorted guitar. It's the Jack White thing where it's a guitar that he made sound like a bass with a million pedals.
Yeah.
Look, I get it though, because when you're Jack White, why play another instrument? You just make your guitar sound like whatever you need.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I wish I had that kind of like creativeness in my brain, just to like try some weird shit out and just have it kind of work out. I don't know. It just seems like he just kind of tries some things and just ends up working out, which is good for him. I mean, I like Jack White in that sense. I'm not a huge like I haven't heard a ton of his songs, but I've heard enough where I'm like, yeah, this guy has something going.
Yeah, he does a lot of really cool stuff. Him and Jake's dad actually are always my counter argument to my music teachers in college, because they always wanted to be like really strict classical guitar and like you have to learn to read sheet music to play real music. And then I'm like, really? Because my uncle doesn't even use tabs and he can play Hotel California flawlessly. So like, fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why people would teach you the building blocks and stuff, but it does kind of take like the creativeness out of it. It takes maybe like the wonder out of it. I don't know if I'm romanticizing it a little bit too much, but it just takes the sauce out of it.
Having known a lot of musicians, including classically trained, like one of my good friends down south has his PhD in music theory and stuff. Watching him play is a technical masterpiece, but it's it's not like he's into it the same way. Versus watching my uncle play. He just played the song because that's what he wanted to hear right at that point. You know what I mean? Like he didn't give a shit if you liked it. He didn't give a shit if anyone but he liked it. And he sat there and he played the song, and it always sounded good.
Yeah, I feel like a musician that I think of when it comes to that kind of thing is Jimi Hendrix. And, you know, everybody knows him, you know, like one of the best guitarists ever.
Yeah.
But he just closed his eyes and he just felt it. He just did. I mean, he was crazy, dude. Like to do bends and stuff, he would lower, like he would go to the tuning pegs, right, and like lower it. I couldn't even imagine doing that live in front. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, yeah, I mean, he lit his guitar on fire. He's crazy, but he really a genius, and like you could just tell he just felt it all, and he was just doing it from just in his zone, which is really cool to see somebody creative do that.
Yeah. I absolutely agree. It's one of the reasons why I think too, like, just to touch on there's so many people who you can tell, like in content creation, in music, in painting, there is a massive difference between someone who is technically good and someone who is enjoying themselves. And I'll take the people who are enjoying themselves any day over technically good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except for Jackson Pollock. Fuck that guy.
Talentless hack.
Yeah, that's right.
I feel like nowadays, I think the struggle a lot of people in those kind of positions run into is you can make money out of so many things nowadays. Yeah. Like content creation, like music, like painting, you know, whatever. You can make a lot of money doing creative things, but I think it changes someone's mindset when they start making money doing it. And not necessarily in the best ways. Right. Sometimes it, you know, obviously depends on the person. They can still enjoy it, but it just seems like there's something, especially like, you know, I mean, I'm in content creation a lot. When people know they can make money on it, and they know some people make a lot of money at doing it, they're like, oh, I want to make money doing that, and it's like, but you're taking kind of the fun away from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it has to have the balance of both.
Absolutely.
You know, we could all be support streamers, scamming everyone out and Ponzi our way up to the top and be basically the Nick Merckx version of Bernie Madoff. But what are you creating? What are you doing? Nothing. And I think it's the same thing with music. I mean, you could be a very technically good player, but if there's not any passion in what you're doing, do you make good music?
Right.
And that's a tough question because it's so subjective, and like it's so easy to make music nowadays. Like even you know, like moving away from like playing instruments and stuff, but like you can, you know, download a free program on your laptop that'll make any beat you want to make, as long as you have the time and you have the patience to kind of try to learn it. You could make a song that sounds very similar to the top 50, you know, songs out right now. And, you know, you throw a little bit. I mean, you don't even have to sing. You don't even have to know how to sing anymore.
No, because there are programs that will correct your pitch. And like, it's so funny. I was watching a TV show, actually, from the early 2000s the other day. And like, it was like this big sci-fi futuristic machine, and it was correcting the pitch automatically of a singer to make them be able to pretend to be the best singer ever for this country singer. And then I'm looking at it going, oh damn, we actually do that now. Like,
where was that in Back to the Future?
Right?
It should have been somewhere.
Oh, it's
so... yeah, I mean, I've seen YouTube videos where like they explain like how pitch shifting and everything like kind of works, like how somebody would go through that kind of process. It's insane. Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I don't know. I don't hate it. And like, you know, everybody uses autotune. That's fine. I mean, you know, they're just using the tools at their disposal to make, and I don't dislike the songs more because there's a little bit out of tune. You know, depending on, you know, it's all subjective, but
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It does take a little bit of the magic out.
Yep.
I keep going back to that. It just takes a little bit of the magic out, I think. So when you find somebody that's truly passionate about it, you could just tell. I think it's a lot. It hits a lot different.
Yeah. I think there's just something about the way that we communicate and the way that our voices are, having listened to so much music, especially recently on Spotify, just flipping through stuff. You can tell the difference between someone who is feeling what the song is about versus just singing it. Like, that's why I like a lot of bands. A lot more of like the indie folk stuff has been popping up even more in my playlist, because the difference in the feeling that's being conveyed by the singer versus people who just had some hack write their stuff for them and, okay, well, I'm the pretty face and I'm gonna sing it.
You know what? And like, I didn't even realize how prevalent it is to have songwriters and then the performers.
Yeah.
And like, then you hear about these, like, you know, like I guess the first person that came to my mind is Charlie Puth. He's like just a kind of like a singer dude.
Yep.
And he writes a lot of music for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, you wrote that song for her? Like, it sounded like she was talking about it from her heart, but I guess not. I guess you were talking about it. What? Like, it's weird, and like, it might feel kind of shitty for those writers. They're like, oh wow, yeah, Billie Eilish didn't actually write that. It was me. Like,
right.
But she's the millionaire and she's getting all this press. I don't know. I could imagine that being a very maybe unfulfilling job for some creatives.
That's
one of my favorite like singer-songwriters is Jenny Owen Youngs, who's done a lot of that. She's written for like Pitbull and like Katy Perry and stuff, and her stuff is all like very like, you know, acoustic, like very intensely personal. But I've heard her talk about it, and her perspective is sort of like, I write my music for those people as like my job to like support what I actually want to do, basically. Like, you know, I try to write a good song for them, but it is like a different thing almost. Like, it's the same skills, but sort of just used differently.
right.
Yeah, a different mindset going into it, maybe. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't. That would suck.
It would.
I just couldn't imagine like spending that. I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of no different than like people who edit movies. Like, you know, like there's a lot that goes into like making movies and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That the unsung heroes of Marvel movies or whatever, you know, like where we're like, oh cool, and the Russo brothers did a really good job, and it's like, well, but them and like 400 VFX people and like all these, you know, all these unsung heroes that are behind the scenes making everything happen. But.
Oh yeah, it's I can't imagine for me personally only being the editor for something, like especially that we put out. Like, it would be weird at this point.
Yeah, that's something that I've had to kind of deal with as well for in my personal or my professional life. Is I'm the editor and I film someone else on the camera, and a lot of times I'll be like, hey, you did a good job, and they would be talking to him, but you know,
right,
it was my idea. I shot it, I edited it, like I did the storyboard for it, you know, like, but you know, you kind of just had to step back and be like, you know, that's a position I'm in. So
right.
like, you know, you kind of just had to swallow your pride a little bit, which is something I had to kind of learn how to do in my professional life.
Fair enough. That I've been very fortunate that I guess I haven't had a lot of crossover in that kind of stuff, because like I always thought I wasn't creative for a very long time, because I was the kid who was really shitty at art and not great at music. And so everyone was like, yeah, you suck. You aren't creative. Go do other stuff. And then now I'm 30 years old and I'm like, man, I want to make shit. Like, I don't have the skills, but I would love to do it.
Yeah, I kind of grew up the same way. I grew up seeing all these people who are just seemed naturally creative and gifted at just making art and like, or singing, or, you know, like anything that made you be creative. I would look at them, they're just doing it so easily, and I'm over here like struggling. Even though I played guitar and like tried to do a lot of drawing and stuff, I was always terrible at drawing, but I would still try to do it. But I would look at all these people who are just naturally gifted, and I'm like, what am I missing here? And then I think as I get older, I realize that like I just need to give myself a little bit more credit. And then just kind of like it's just something I need to work on. Like I think people are good at different things.
Yeah.
And I think I was looking at them, and maybe they thought they weren't being good at it, but I would look at them from my perspective and be like, wow, that's really impressive.
Yep.
So I think it's almost like a mindset. It's almost just like I think in my mind, okay, so what are they doing that I need to start doing to get to like their level? And it's kind of just like a mindset you kind of have to have. But I grew up the same way that you were talking about. It's kind of like I'm not creative. What am I doing wrong? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
Yeah. It was very like, it's so funny because I never thought of myself that way at all. Because, I did martial arts, and I was having the conversation with some of the trainees that I was training today. Like, basically, this is going to sound messed up, but if it's a way of hurting people, I was good at it, and I studied it. I mean, fencing, firearms, throwing knives, axes, martial arts, everything martial that you can think of, bow and arrow. God, I could literally keep going. I did it and was fairly proficient at it. And it was for me what art is for a lot of other people, where they're like, oh, I just drew the thing. Okay, look, here's the Mona Lisa. Like, I could pick up something and throw it a couple times, and then now I was sticking it, or I could do a form and I'd have it down, and it was just easy. And since I couldn't make that translate over, I just always, between what other people told me and everything that I assumed about myself, I was like, man, this would be cool. And I'd like try to write books and stuff, but I always shot myself in the foot with creating something. So I thought I wasn't good enough to do it. And then COVID happened, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to try it. And I love it. And I feel like I've wasted so many years getting to this point. So
yeah, to piggyback on that a little bit, I feel like that's kind of the same. Like COVID kind of gave me the chance to step back and kind of look at everything. I think it gave a lot of people that. And for all the bad things that's happened in 2020, I feel like going through that was very important for me. I think not working for a little bit, stepping back, but still getting paid was amazing. But like stepping back and being like, you know what, am I doing what I want to do? Am I doing it the way I want to do it? Like, where's my value at? Like, am I valued as much as I think I should be? Do I need to work on things? I have time to work on things now. So I feel like as many bad things that happened in 2020, I feel like that's a really good thing that a lot of people got to look at. Yeah. Is like, it's kind of look inside yourself. Are you doing what you want to do? Are you good at, is there a new hobby you want to just start? Because, no better time than right now to start this new adventure. And I feel like that was very, very, very pivotal for me, especially both professionally and personally now, making content stuff. I'm going to bring it back to content one more time. But yeah, it was just a very important year for me, which is cool. And I think for a lot of people, even though, of course, there were some bad parts.
Yeah. There's still some bad parts.
Yeah, still some bad parts. And I definitely, I totally get that. But I do think I'm always one to look at the positive sides. And I think for me, I could just say what my perspective going through it is. And I feel like I've came out of it better than I went into it. So,
right.
Which is always nice.
Yeah. I'm always a fan of perspective. It's especially with what I do for a living, which I've talked about a few times, and just sort of the things that I see in my life. You have to be able to have perspective, not only for yourself, but I think it's very important to be able to try to see where other people are coming from. Have empathy and have the ability to maybe try to see from their perspective, which I know not everyone is capable of doing.
Right.
But
yeah, I don't know if you were in Anime Daddy stream earlier when they were talking about this, but we talked about it last night when we all hung out. It's hard. I think it's sometimes hard for me to talk about that, like in the way I just told you guys about, because I understand people have had a terrible year.
Right.
I don't want it to come off as like I'm bragging, like, oh, I had a good year, like,
Right.
and to make them feel bad at all, because obviously it's not my intentions. But I do think like it's good to hear the good that comes out of something that was so bad for so many people. It's a nice way to look at it. I think it's I've always, like I said, always been a big fan of looking at the positives of everything, even when it's really shitty. So like it's good to still see the good in something, even though it could be bad for other people.
Yeah.
But it's all about perspective.
Yep.
So, kind of like you said.
And I think history requires both. And I think Jake, Mr. History Professor there, would agree with me. I think that you need to have a realistic perspective and a look at, like, for instance, not even to look at COVID, but like if you're studying the bubonic plague, right? Like you have to have a realistic perspective of what it did and how devastating it was. But you also, it's worthwhile to go and look at the individual lives and things that came out of that and improvements that came out of that, and to see how that shaped and changed and made the world better moving forward, even though it was an awful, awful tragedy for so many people. Yeah.
Right.
And
like,
I think it's
just
easy to do that from a historical perspective, though.
Yeah.
I feel like people really struggle to do that while it's going on personally affecting people. I think is a much harder thing.
I would agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Man, that's got heavy real quick.
Yeah.
went from Eddie Van Halen to
Yeah, we were talking about a soggy cereal earlier.
yeah, right.
All the way to the true meaning.
No, but that's why I love this, because it's real conversations. Like, and I don't even mean to joke around and come up for air or whatever the phrase is that people use. I like real conversations. These are the types of conversations I have with people. This is, if you were sitting here in the basement with us, this is the kind of shit we talk about. Like when our friends come over and we argue about philosophy, or we talk about this kind of shit, or I have one dude who's
a better anime.
We do get into that. Look.
It always comes back to anime.
We have two weebs in our group. Of course it does.
There's a philosophy I dip out on. Constructs of the universe we get into. It's so much shit we get into just talking on that couch in that room.
Yeah, we go from anime chicks and anime titties to what makes up the universe.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Or we'll start
and
at
then
the universe
back to
and make our way.
Those are one and the same, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Our friend would probably agree with you.
Yeah.
And he's the philosophy major.
But yeah, no, I love having real conversations, especially with creators, because like I don't know, I've never been one for the whole parasocial relationship thing. Like I understand why it happens. I understand, like I can't even imagine, like I'm super glad we're just not in that position. Like nobody gives a fuck about who I am. But like I get why it's super annoying for the people who are dealing with that, but like I've never had a problem separating people online and people in reality. Like I am the same way with people online as I am with the people right next to me. So
yeah, I always try to be. I think it's tough for me. I'm very introverted just by nature. I want to be extroverted, which is why I'm on the podcast now. I would have probably normally said no. Because it's just like, it's something I'm not a public speaker by any means. You could tell every time I go on my stream, the first 10 minutes, like my neck is all red, my face is all red, because I'm just like, I spent an hour before going like, okay, here we go. But it's something that I want to get better at. I want to get better at these kind of conversations, and I want to get better at being able to talk to people just about anything. And so that's another thing I've worked on for myself going through 2020 is that I noticed the older I get, the worse I am at talking to people. And I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be approachable. I want people to like me, all the stuff that comes with it.
Dude, I've watched your streams. What the fuck are you talking about?
No.
No,
Yeah, I've
you have that. You have that quality. Now it might be anxiety inducing. I get that because I talk to people all the time. I talk in front of people. I still get anxiety in front of crowds, even though you could put 3,000 people on the channel right now. I wouldn't give a shit. But a physical crowd, and it fucks with me. But like, dude, when you perform and you go on and you go live, you're on from 0 to 6 the whole time. Like, and it's amazing. So I don't know where you think that you're not good at this.
Well, see, here's my philosophy of it. Maybe is I turn off the stream and I am out. So I like that. That's why I only stream once a week so far. Since I've kind of come back, because like sometimes to be on like that, it's just exhausting to do for me. And I mean, it gets better every time, and it depends what I'm doing, of course. Like there's some things on my stream that are a lot more performative than others are.
Right.
So it just kind of depends on the day, and it depends, how my day's going, and how I feel that day, and all that stuff. But I think, and maybe for me, it's just the thought of it that's worse than the actual than doing it. Right. It's kind of that thing where it's like, the wait for something is worse than actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm all nervous to start it, but once I start, it's fine.
Right.
But getting up to there is nerve-wracking and a little bit anxiety inducing for me.
Huh. I kind of wish I was more introspective and had a little more of that. Like, again, I could do all day. Like, you could put Nick Merckx, you could put, I don't know, whatever big streamer you think of in your seat right now. Not that I'd want to have any of those chumps on here instead of you. Like, legitimately, I just think I'd have a better conversation with you. But, like, I would talk to them the same way I'm talking to you. That shit does not faze me at all. But you put 10 people in a real room in front of me, and before my current job, like, you go back 9 years ago, I'd have needed a Xanax to talk to those 9 people. Now, but
I'm trying to think if being in person would be better for me. I don't know if it would be. I don't think it would. It all depends on the context. Like if we're just sitting together, like 10 people and I are just like sitting at a table together and just kind of hanging out and BSing, that's fine. But like if I was talking, like reciting something,
right,
for those people, that would be a whole different story. I remember in high school just dreading. I was like, dude, I know I have to do speech somewhere in here. Hated it. Then in college, I didn't take speech. I took interpersonal communications.
Oh, you lucky dog.
I still had to do. Yeah, I was like, there is no way in hell I am doing speech. I'm just not doing it. I
blanked out through my first speech. I don't remember it. And it was supposed to be a minute long. And apparently my ramblings were interesting enough that my teacher let it go for another minute 30 before stopping me. I don't remember it still to this day. So I get it. Like,
I've done that many times, David. I remember standing up to like go to the front of a class or whatever. And then it's like 20 minutes later and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I guess it happened. I hope it was good.
Yeah, my problem is my face turns red just instantly, and you could just feel everything. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, I hate this so much. Oh man, it was very, very nerve wracking. I've gotten a little bit better since then, I think, but yeah, it still gets a little bit nerve wracking for me.
Right.
I'm just not used to it though, so maybe it comes with time. I'm sure it probably does.
Yeah, It's really weird. I had to get in front of, okay, most people know what I do for a living at this point. I had to get in front of 150 some inmates and like give this big speech at one point. Yeah, it was a long story. That I thought was going to be like the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done. And it just went off without a hitch. I still remember it. Like, I didn't freak out like I did in college for speech. Ever since that point, I've not given a shit. Like, I've always been good one-on-one, but now I can, like, it doesn't matter. I can do a presentation to everyone except for my boss. My fucking boss makes me nervous as shit. No one else in the fucking planet does, but my boss. It's weird.
I'm so bad at talking to my bosses. They know it too. Like, my boss calls everybody else like, hey, how you doing? And like, she'll call me like once every couple months, and she's like, hey, I know you just like to work and kind of, you know, put your head down to work. And I'm like, yeah. What are you calling me for? Yeah. I get real weird in front of bosses. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than they sign my paychecks. I don't know what.
My boss is a former Marine lieutenant who hates like everything nerdy except for Pokemon. And like, yeah, and like. Always
for Pokemon.
Right?
Pokemon's cool.
Yeah, always.
Have you seen Pikachu? I love that.
Well, he plays Pokemon Go, which surprises me because he always like talks about people wasting their life with video games, and you know he's one of those guys. But gets real mad at his sons for playing Fortnite. But so it's always nerve-wracking for me to talk to him, especially he'll just like sometimes come to my office and be like checking up on me, I guess, and asking me things like how my weekend is and stuff. I'm like, why are you talking? You don't want to know. You don't want to know what I did this weekend. Trust me, you'd hate it.
That's when you bring up the anime titties. And then he will never ask ever again.
That is true. He would never talk to me again. Yeah, no, but I get it. That's, yeah. I'm glad, going back to what you said about, you know, you're trying to get more. I'm glad you came on because this has been, one, a ton of fun already, and two, I love your stuff, man. Like,
thank you. I appreciate that.
so I'm glad you came on. I love your streams. I love your TikTok. Your shit's hilarious, dude.
I've made some people mad on TikTok.
Good. Fuck them.
It's been a journey. Yeah, that's kind of the attitude I try to throw on TikTok, is the fuck you attitude. I think I'm all right at it.
Yeah. Dude, some of those people need it. Like,
yeah.
People need to learn to take a joke again.
Yeah. Dude, everybody doing anything is so serious nowadays. I hate it so much, and especially like in, you know, the video game, just the video game scene, right? Like if I don't play perfectly in League of Legends, I get called all sorts of shit.
Right.
And it's like, dude, this is a fucking video game.
Right.
Calm your ass down. Like, we are not pros. We're not, you know, whatever. Like, you know, and you know, goes for anything.
Oh yeah.
People are so serious about everything. It's like, it takes all the fun out of everything.
Twitch tip.
Yeah. Twitch.
You better bring your goddamn A game. I'm working to get platinum hair. Ah! Yeah. Like, oh man, I don't know. I like people that do something different with their content, right? So like when I see 70 streamer tips that are exactly the same, it's like, come on, guys.
Some of them are copied verbatim.
Yeah, just have some pride in your content. And I'm not talking about my content still so above anybody else's, but like, at least I put a little bit of thought into it. Like, and I actually purposely don't really watch a lot of TikTok or anything for the fear of taking maybe a little bit of ideas subconsciously from the things I watch. So I honestly don't really watch that much content. It's just something I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be like,
right.
Oh man, that's kind of like their idea. Fuck, did I actually, like, I didn't mean to take any inspiration or anything, but I kind of did, and I kind of feel gross for doing that. And I try not to be that guy. So I unfortunately, you know, a lot of my friends are content creators, and I unfortunately don't watch them as much as I feel a little guilty that I don't watch them as much as I think I should. But it's just because I don't want to be that guy. Be like, wow, Nicky stole everything from me. Sick. No, I didn't mean to.
That's fair. I'm the other way around. Like, I watch a crap load of it so that I don't do what someone else is already doing, because that's like always my biggest. It's the same fear, but for different reasons. Like if I know you're doing that thing, I can actively avoid it. But
Right.
but like if I don't, that happened a couple times when I first started doing TikToks. I made a TikTok and then people commented and they were like, I've seen this before, or so and so did it better. And I'm like, I don't even know who that is. Fuck. And I look them up and I'm like, oh, yeah.
There are so many content creators now. How could you do anything that's terribly original? Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing I do. I mean, I could probably find somebody that does exactly what I do somewhere.
I don't know.
Because there's billions of people making TikToks.
No one's fucked Haas's mom yet. That's just you.
No one has. That's all mine. That's all mine. And man, Haas, you know what? He might think he won that. No. I made content out of it. I got $150 from that.
Oh shit!
I put that into a contest. Got $150 for that.
Nice.
Do it again, Haas. Fucking do it again, dude. Dare you?
Right. I couldn't help but think of that clip because as we got started, we got 2 Haas bots that followed us. That
no.
Nicky banned. Yeah, and I was like, oh, they're following you.
They haven't done it since.
They want revenge for their mom.
Since. They do, and I'll do it again. I'll do it as many times. They're getting me content every time. That was like probably the best like improv I've ever done in my life. I was like, I have like a Haas little thing on my stream deck, ready to go that I got before starting to back into streaming because I knew that was a big thing going on now. And I was like, you know what? No. Fuck that! I've had a couple beers in me. Let's fucking do it.
Right.
And then we got weird after that, like we normally do in my stream.
Right.
Just get real weird real quick.
I love it though. I love that energy.
Thank you.
I don't really have enough time left to touch on any of the other topics that I had brought up, but I love that we talked that long about music because it's something that I'm very passionate about. I can't make music for shit, but I appreciate it very much so. It's a huge part of my life. It's how I get through work. It's how I get inspired to make TikToks or YouTube videos. If I didn't have music, I would go insane and probably hurt someone. And I don't want to do that. I'm a nice guy for the most part.
You didn't you say earlier that like hurting people is almost like your creative outlet? I'm pretty sure you said that.
I said I was good at it. There's a difference.
Okay, all right.
Now I know where my suffering comes from.
Look, I don't like to hurt people, but if I need
just did it
to,
for 20 years, not a big deal.
I'm good at it. I'm just saying. Look, you gotta love what you do. Oh wait.
Yeah.
Settle down there.
So I do want to ask about something on your list. I didn't have a whole lot to talk about it, but you mentioned shoes, not collecting shoes, not wearing shoes, not a specific type of shoes. You just wrote shoes, which is a very confusing statement when asked about interests or passions, and you just say shoes.
Yeah, that's fair. I had to go pretty deep for like I said, I am a content creator for fun and for work.
Okay.
So like content is literally a lot of my life. So I was like, man, what else do I like to do? I just kind of looked around. I was like, okay, guitar's next to me. And then I was like looking around. I was like, okay, well this is what I do like for a job. I like watching movies and stuff. And I started looking around. Got shoes behind me. I mean, I like shoes. So like I have way too many pairs of shoes. I love comfy shoes. I love I don't know. I'm just a shoe guy.
Okay.
I've always been a shoe guy. And yeah, that I made it pretty general because there's not like one. I have a lot of sneakers, but there's like I like dress shoes too. I just bought some boots yesterday. Some sweet boots. Yeah.
So
just kind of into shoes. I don't.
Okay, so you aren't the guy who's like, I collect Jordans.
I mean, I might be that guy.
Yeah.
No. Okay. No. I have one pair of Jordans.
Okay. I just
kind of, yes.
Okay. I have met recently actually because I didn't know much about shoes. I still don't. I'm not a shoe guy. Like if it's comfortable and it fits my giant fucking foot, okay, great, let's go. Like if I could wear combat boots still to this day, I would do that. Like my boss hates it. The first thing he said to me when I got promoted into a position where I couldn't wear a uniform anymore, he looked at me and he went, "You know that means you can't wear your boots anymore." I was like, that's fucked up. I hadn't thought about it. But I've been in combat boots for almost 20 years, man. Like that's what you go to work in.
As a military man, did he ever tell you that like your boots weren't shiny enough or something?
Oh no, I take care of my boots. My boots were taken care of. They were bloused. Like I learned how to. That's part of the reason why I was in boots all the time. Like I learned that from military guys, and then I learned the comfortable boots, and yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah, but. It's so now it's funny when I talk to people. I just recently met someone who has a shoe collection and apparently has a pair of sneakers that are worth like almost $30,000 or some bullshit. Like, what the?
Yeah, I think the Back to the Future shoes that are in Back to the Future 2, those like light up Jordans, those are like 34 grand or something. Like there's different. I think there's like 2 or 3 years that they made those, and
oh damn,
they're very expensive. They're one of the most expensive like sneakers.
That's crazy.
It's freaking awesome. But,
right.
Yeah. I've always been like into sneakers. I've recently, within the last maybe 5 or 6 years, gotten deeper into shoes. I have a lot of Yeezys because I feel like they're the most comfortable. Yeah. Say what you want about Kanye. He does make very comfortable shoes.
Okay.
And yeah, I have one pair of Jordans, but I venture out into kind of a little bit of everything. Like I have some boots, I have some like loafers and stuff, and some kind of dressier shoes I could wear for work and stuff like that. But just big fan of shoes. I have a little display right here that has a whole bunch of them.
Right.
A whole bunch of them.
Yeah, you can kind of see them with the blur.
Yeah,
on.
that would be a little bit weird too. like you're like, okay, yeah, normal shoes. I should have put something really weird in there, like I don't know, dirt or something.
I'm not gonna
like grass.
I was kind of waiting for it. Like I was waiting for something just like crazy and off the cuff. But yeah, I was reading through your list and I was like, okay, I know about this. I know this. I know this. Like we can talk about this. This is all easy. And then shoes. And I was like, man, I know one thing about shoes. And that is that
you can put them on your feet.
Well, okay, I know 2 things about shoes.
Man, I've been doing it wrong.
You can put them on your feet, and they're a status symbol in prison. And that's about it. Like, I can tell you what gangs do to their shoes. I can tell you how to tell people you're a Nazi with your shoes. That's about it.
Those are things I couldn't tell you about shoes. Maybe you know more than I do.
I just know weird
you're
stuff.
A shoe guy? Are you a shoe guy now?
Look, I know one thing about shoes. Don't wear giant full 12-inch boots with red or yellow laces. If you do that, you're a Nazi. Simple as that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's all about those laces. Now I'm gonna look at everybody's feet. If anybody has your laces, I'm gonna be like, wait a second.
Next headline
I will definitely confront them because that would be a good idea.
Next headline we read is Nicky's just randomly punching people with red laces.
Local streamer has been arrested.
Oh my god!
Was he wore red and black laces?
Oh,
then they get an exclusive interview where I'm like, yeah, just beating up Nazis, not a big deal.
Oh, like a Ronald McDonald's now. Yellow laces. I don't know. He just came out of nowhere, and started attacking me.
I mean, I don't know. Clowns kind of deserve to be punched too. I'm okay with that. I don't like clowns.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the first things you think of when a clown's next to you.
Yeah.
I don't know what else you like. You definitely don't think, oh, this is a fun party. Those days are gone. Those days are way gone.
Correct. I used to not give a shit about clowns, and then does anyone remember like the year of like the idiot pranksters who showed up dressed as clowns? So
the same year as it.
My wife has a phobia of clowns. Used to not give a shit about clowns. the amount of times we had to leave like Applebee's and shit because people would come in dressed as clowns and it's not Halloween. Or you'd have people standing on the side of the road holding signs that would say stuff like, we're going to kill you. Like, I wanted to stop and maybe teach them a thing or two. I never did. But, now I hate clowns. And it's because of stupid people. It's actually has nothing to do with clowns.
That was such a weird trend. And like really like Destroyer in chat saying that was a really, really dumb trend. I mean, like, as far as all the trends that I could think of right now, that is dumb. It's very dumb. But there are some really dumb trends.
Oh, yeah.
There are some really dumb trends. Like, it kills people kind of trends. Man, but that, I mean, clowns were the people who made it were probably super psyched that clowns were like a thing.
Yeah.
They were like, hell yeah, free advertising for a movie, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a weird time. I remember a lot of my friends, because I used to hang out with a bunch of degenerates, because I am one. They would go out and they would go out on Facebook Live, and the title would be clown hunting.
Oh no.
And I had to watch because I was like, oh my God, what is about to happen? And like, it was just such a weird time back then.
Right.
What a weird, man. I kind of forgot about that though. Yeah, Tide Pods. That's a fun one.
Yep. Yeah.
Owling, planking, all those weird things too.
Planking, owling, ice with salt, Tide Pods, freaking cinnamon challenge, but done
cinnamon
wrong.
Cinnamon challenge. I always said that.
Yeah. It's weird, the progression. And now there's just people who are way too into Animal Crossing. If you know that trend at all. It's a
some things aren't trends, David.
It's a TikTok thing, and it's gross.
It might be new on TikTok. That's not new, David. I was on Tumblr.
I think you're taking it to a different place than I am, Jake.
That's definitely not where my head went first.
You were also on Tumblr. It's okay. We all were.
What's crazy is that like people get famous doing stuff like that. Like, you remember the girl who put the Gorilla Glue in her hair? Well, I'm not really sure if she's like that famous anymore, but like people get famous off these crazy things.
Oh, 100%.
How about that, girl? Or meet me outside?
It's
it's
Cash Me Outside. How about that? Yeah. All right. Dude, I worked with two ladies that would do that non-fucking stop for like a year after that. Oh, it was the worst.
And now she's a multimillionaire. So
right.
What are we doing wrong?
Apparently, I'm just not dumb enough.
Yeah. We have self-respect. A little bit of self-respect.
That's right. Not much, but some.
Yeah, not too much, but
one little thread.
I did fuck Haas's mom.
Success.
That's like I keep procrastinating and not making a video about it. But yeah, no, my fucking the things that people do on TikTok, man. Like
I'm so glad I didn't have that when I was younger. Like I was stupid when I was younger, like everybody else, and I'd be doing this stupid shit. And I'm so glad that I did not necessarily. Like I still grew up in like the MySpace area, MySpace era. Zanga, if you ever had one.
Yeah.
Was that tagged out or tagged? Was another like social media? I forget what.
Yeah, that sounds
something like that.
I don't know.
Wasn't it like Tag In or something like that? Or
something like that.
I know what you're talking about. I didn't have that one, but like, I mean, 4chan obviously was still around back then, and 4chan was awful, and
4chan's still around.
Yeah, it's still awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if that's, I could just imagine like it being so easy to take your phone and just make whatever, like just do whatever the hell you want and to show it to anybody you want.
I am glad
my God.
There's no evidence of my childhood.
Exactly. And dude, can you even just understand like you flip through TikTok and you just see just some of the cringiest things you've ever seen in your life. But they're children. They're like, younger kids. So you're like, okay, they can be cringy. Just wait until they get older. And you know what? Like you're 25, whatever, you're just finishing college, and then you have a freaking whatever, a weird trend clown TikTok that's like in your past that just comes back up. I couldn't even imagine, dude. I could not even imagine.
No, dude. Some of the tamer stuff that we did would have gotten us banned from TikTok. Like we almost killed each other, not intentionally. We were dumb. We didn't think about things. Like I had a scar from Jake that looked like a snake bite inside my lip for years. It's finally gone away from getting hit with a broken off hockey stick in the face. Just we used to, my buddy Nathan couldn't grow facial hair for like almost a year because he did the like coffee creamer magic thing and he did it too close to his face and it lit his whole like facial hair on fire. And just like, and it goes on and on and on. Like plus
my first discovery of fire.
Dude, the places
I hated me for that.
I remember when I was growing up.
Sorry, go ahead.
I asked for a video camera or like a camcorder when I was growing up, and that was probably the start of my content creation career. But the thing that I watched back then was Jackass.
Yeah.
So of course, that's what we did.
Yes.
And man, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I don't know where that thing is at, but I hope it's burnt somewhere.
Oh.
I hope it's somewhere, and I hope it's gone.
My mother saved my brother's life. I don't know why we thought of this, but Jake knows exactly the story I'm about to tell. I don't know why I don't know why we thought this was a good idea, but we almost had my brother convinced to jump off of our 2-story roof into a pile of leaves that we had covered cinder blocks in. There were just 2 cinder blocks in it. Yeah.
That was the prank.
I'm so glad my mom caught us. She didn't know about the cinder blocks or we'd all been grounded, but she came out and caught him on the roof and but we didn't think about it. It wasn't to hurt him. It was just we wanted to be funny and we were fucking dumb. Like, yeah, kids are dumb, man.
And like we're testing boundaries a little bit too. And we don't know that those boundaries are about to get real tested.
Oh. We had a dude on our block who purposely ran over my dog, which is a weird fucking story. So the kids of the neighborhood like used to take revenge against him and like leave like burning piles of dog shit on his porch and stuff because everyone loved that dog.
Deserved.
Yeah. Well, I got a chemistry set about a year later. Mind you, none of us are chemists, but my mom thought it was her brother blew up the back room of my grandparents' house. She still thought it was a good idea to get us a chemistry set. We don't know what we did. I still to this day don't know what we mixed, but I can tell you this. After he stomped on that bag of crap on his doorstep and everything splattered and ran off, nothing grew in the front of that house for another year. It killed everything. It peeled the paint. Nothing lived.
Man, that still sounds like it should have happened to him. That's,
Dog.
Oh yeah,
fuck that guy.
He deserves all that. Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, 100% still this day. I am 100% behind what we did. But can you think if there was like a record of that? If we put that shit on TikTok?
It'd have a couple 100,000 views, and you'd be like, "Wow, I'm getting validation from this. We should do it again, and we should do it again. And we should, you know what? Let's do a little bit. Let's up the bar a little bit this time. Maybe we'll get more views. I mean, PewDiePie gets a lot of views. We want to be like him, right?
Ooh.
And then it just keeps on going. Well, I'm talking about being a kid.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get
it. Like who's top dog? There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm so glad that's a lot of mine are around trampolines, which are just inherently pretty dangerous anyway. And like, yeah, jumping off a roof, and of course, like I grew up skateboarding as well.
Oh.
So like all these kids are just like they don't care about anything. They'll jump off anything.
I was about to say, did you ever try to jump your skateboard onto the trampoline? Okay. Yeah. Good.
I did.
Did you have to go to the emergency room? Because my buddy did.
No, I
Okay.
see. I was smart and I took the wheels and the trucks off. So
Oh.
I thought about it a little bit, and then and then it's kind of fun.
Okay, so
But-
Nicky's smarter than us. Got it.
I might have been the more reasonable one of the group, which might surprise you a little bit considering how I am now. But I was the reasonable one, which just shows you the degenerates I was hanging out with.
I was also mostly the reasonable one. Sometimes it was Jake, but
Yeah, I wasn't so much the reasonable one. I was the one who was like, well, I'm not gonna do. But
I'll hold the
Ryan's
camera.
gonna jump into these leads. We should put cinder blocks in there. That would be funny.
oh, that was your idea, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
You monster.
It's what they would have done in Jackass, David.
Do you want views, David? Are views important to you?
Oh, we weren't filming it.
Validation.
It was just for us.
Oh, God, I fucking love this. This is way too much fun. I could do this all night. We do need to move into the next segment as much as I don't want to. Thank you so much for coming on here, dude. I
Yeah, no problem.
I already loved your content, but dude, I love hanging out with you. This has been a blast.
Yeah, this has been fun. Thank you for the invite. I appreciate that so much.
Oh, absolutely. All right, Jake, what do we have for shenanigans tonight?
Well, I'm glad you brought up the shoe thing, David, because we're playing VG Shoe Guess Who.
What?
I've got some iconic video game shoes here.
I want
And-
to opt out.
Easy.
The three of you are going to have to try to figure out who these
Those
shoes
two.
belong to.
Those two, not me.
Oh, no, you're in this, Kyle.
The three
No,
of
no,
you,
no,
Kyle.
no. I'm opting out of this. Shoes not my thing.
Too late.
So the way it's going to work is you're going to go through in turn order. I'm going to describe the shoe first, and then you guys are going to get to ask yes or no questions. Try to narrow down who these shoes belong to. If you figure out the specific character who wears these shoes, that's worth 2 points. If you just get the gamer franchise, that's worth 1 point.
Do we yell this out when we know?
No, you're going to go through in turn order. So we'll start
Okay.
with you, then we'll go to David, then we'll go to Kyle.
Gotcha.
All right.
And in addition, we also have some lifelines for you guys to use. You get each one once. We've got the returning lifeline. Just fucking Google it. Which allows you one Google search to narrow down what it is.
That's
love
a
it.
beautiful segment. That's amazing.
And we've got extra question, which is what it sounds like. You get an extra yes or no question. Or I will tell you the in-game function of the shoe if it has all but one of them have some sort of.
Interesting.
So those are the rules. I will describe the first set of shoes, and we'll go to you, Nicky, for your first question and your potential guess. So the first pair of shoes are a pair of brown shoes with a red buckle, a golden toe, sole, and heels with small wings protruding from the heels.
Oh.
Those are the shoes.
Man, that's tough. I was hoping it would just be Sonic because I know his are red. Damn it. Okay, so how many yes or no questions do I get?
You get one. And then you also have your lifelines.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay, we'll
Could
go
I
around a
ask you to
couple times.
describe them one more time for me?
Yep.
'Kay.
A pair of brown boots with a red buckle, golden toe, sole, and heels with small wings protruding from the heel.
Is it a Nintendo franchise?
Yes. If you want to
I don't know
take a
why I
guess,
even
you
asked
can do
that. That didn't even help me. Okay, hang on a second. It has wings on it. Who the hell would have wings on it? I mean, okay. Can I tell you what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Can I say my thoughts out loud?
Absolutely.
I'm thinking it's like somebody in Sonic, though, right? It feels like it's somebody in Sonic. Boots. Man, does anybody wear fucking boots? I'm gonna go ahead and use Lifeline because I don't want to lose on my first one. Let's
Fair.
do just fucking Google it.
Okay, you get one Google search. You can phrase that search however you want.
All right. Am I doing it on my own browser?
Yep.
Okay.
I like it. He's already going for the Google.
Yeah. Okay. Let me let me think how to phrase this. I gotta use my college knowledge to get this search perfectly. Okay. Wings. Gold. Okay. Nintendo. Okay. Here's what I'm searching. Brown boots. Wings. Gold. Nintendo.
Nice.
Solid Google search.
Yeah. Also,
Okay.
I love that while you were searching it, your camera autofocused to the shoes in the background.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Right on cue. Ooh.
Wait, you own those
Oh.
shoes? Weird.
Yeah. Actually, I'm wearing them right now. Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be
Oh,
so
that,
good.
that would be gold.
That would be.
Okay, hang on. Okay. I'm going to Sonic characters. Let me just look at these. Let me look at these. I don't think I'm right, actually. Now that I think about it.
I think I know what it is.
I don't fucking
So,
know.
Well, you will get an opportunity if he's wrong.
I'm going to say... God, I freaking know this is wrong. I'm going to go with Tails. Which I don't think is right, but...
It is not Tails. And now that you've guessed that, I'm going to go ahead and point out Sonic, not a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Sega game.
Yeah.
I'm a gamer, I swear.
Fake gamer, man. Fake gamer.
Where was that hit before? Okay. That was barely
It
a
was
hit.
so hard for me not to say it. I started to and then got myself.
All right, it's fine. Mistakes are made. You know what? You start low, but you know what? All we can go is up from here.
All right. Well, David, you are up. You have a chance to seal.
Is it Pit?
Not even going to go for a question for.
Oh, I didn't realize I got a question, but
You
yeah.
get a question and you get a guess. So
Is
go
it
ahead and
Pit?
ask a question first.
Fuck it, I don't care.
Okay,
Is
go
it
straight
Pit?
for it. It is not Pit.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Solid guess, though. Solid guess.
Yeah.
That was a
Kyle?
good guess.
Kyle, you got a question, and a yes or no question, and you got a guess. Unless you want to use a lifeline.
Is the character in Smash Bros?
Yes.
Oh.
So now there's 60 characters you could think of.
Ah,
Narrowed it
1 in
down to
60,
it is a
whatever.
Nintendo character.
I think I know which one it is now, though. Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, I already used the just fucking Google it too. I can't.
Right.
Fuck.
Rough.
Oh, focus on me, camera.
Oh fuck.
I would also just, if I can interrupt real quick, I respect the integrity of this game. I turn chat off. I minimize chat.
Dope.
I just want to show. I want to tell everybody that for the record.
I love it. I love it.
I appreciate
Everybody in chat's probably like, "Fucking there it is, dude, right here."
Nikki, it's this.
That's a Sega game, you idiot.
I love it. All right, Kyle.
What do you think, Kyle?
I have no fucking idea still.
He doesn't know He doesn't know the name.
I don't fucking memorize characters.
That's
Besides
true.
the ones I like and play.
Right. I mean, guessing the franchiser game is also worth a point.
It is.
Well, I don't know if guessing fucking Super Smash Bros.
No.
Counts because
No, it has to be
characters
the
in there.
actual thing the shoes are.
Let's go with. Do you want Castlevania? I don't know.
I hate to inform you, Kyle. Castlevania
Not a
also not a Nintendo game.
I don't.
Yeah, Kyle. How
At
did
this
you
point.
even think that?
All right, so round one ended with no points for anyone.
Can I guess on that shoe though, without
Yeah, go for
points? Is it Palutena?
It is not.
Oh, okay. Huh.
It
I can't
is, in
get Pit
fact-
out of my head,
That's fair.
but he already.
has wings on his shoes as well, but it is not the shoes I was describing. I was describing the hover boots from The Legend of Zelda. Worn by
Oh,
Wolverine.
fuck. Yeah,
See,
you're right.
And see, when I Googled it, The Legend of Zelda came up, and I said, no, it can't be that. What an idiot. But then and then I pick a Sega franchise. Son of a bitch, dude.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see- Can we go back to talking about music? No, I love this. I love this.
Okay, moving on to round 2. These shoes are oversized yellow and black tennis shoes with a large silver zipper that goes from the tongue to the tip of the shoe. Those are the shoes. What you think, Nicky?
One more time. Describe them one more time for me.
Yep. Oversized yellow and black tennis shoes with a large silver zipper that goes from the tongue of the shoe to the tip.
Damn it, Jake. I don't remember which one has the red and which one has the yellow.
I just the first thing. Yeah, the first thing I always go to is Sonic. So I'm thinking, I don't know why. I don't know why that's always the first thing.
Because video game shoes, Sonic.
The oversized shoes. I mean, they're pretty oversized for the size of their bodies, I feel like. But
Fair?
Okay. Okay, so my question. Man, I'm gonna be so bad at this because all I can think of is stuff that's already been said. So let me ask the same question that has already been said. Are they in Smash Bros?
No.
Okay, I know exactly what it is.
Oh?
Oversized yellow shoes.
Yellow and black.
Damn, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even think of anybody who has yellow shoes.
I can. No. If I'm wrong, I'm going to feel so bad.
Let me go with Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. And I know that's wrong. I don't know. But I just played Final Fantasy VII. I love that game.
It is good.
It is.
The background for this podcast may or may not be Final Fantasy VII related.
Ooh.
All right, David, we're to you. You
Is
got
it?
your question?
Are they in the first game of the franchise name?
Yes.
Sora, Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
David, you fucking nailed it. It is
Yes!
Sora.
Yeah.
Why did I also think of that too?
Bill,
I was just laying there with Sora.
And see,
All right,
the last
David's on the board.
stream I had, somebody told me that I need to play Kingdom Hearts. I never
You do.
played it.
Oh.
I didn't even know that much about it. They told me Final Fantasy characters are in it.
Oh,
are
yeah.
In it.
You get to
I didn't know that.
In the Coliseum, if you go back, you get to and do enough stuff. You get to go back and you get to fight Cloud, and then you can earn your way up to fighting Sephiroth. And Sephiroth is like the hardest boss in the game. And I'll tell you what, that kids game with Disney characters against Sephiroth is still the hardest fucking thing I've ever done in gaming history. Dark Souls players who think your game's fucking hard, child's play. Okay, fucking try to beat Sephiroth. Ugh.
Dude, I would have never got that. Never played the game.
Oh,
Although
dude.
it kind of makes sense. I've seen the guy before.
Yep.
I've seen the Keyblade, and I've seen the Disney
absolutely
characters.
hate his shoes. It's part of what inspired this game. I fucking hate his shoes so much. They look so dumb.
They do. They're very Disney in design.
Yep.
All right. Well, that is 2 points for David. Would you like to try to guess the specific game for that extra point?
You mean me?
Yeah.
It's Kingdom Hearts 1
Incorrect.
or Kingdom Hearts 3, but
And also incorrect. It is Kingdom Hearts 2 is the specific one where the zipper goes all the way from the tongue all the way to the fucking tip of the shoe.
oh, really?
Yep,
Yeah.
no bonus.
I
points.
thought it did that in all of them.
Not quite. They're slightly less stupid in the other games.
Oh, okay.
But only
Could have
slightly.
sworn the first one here had red shoes.
No, red is in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you're not playing as Sora. You're playing as his
Right.
Roxas or whatever
Heartless
his name
form.
is. Yeah.
Okay, well, Kyle, you're gonna get first dibs at this next one.
Oh, thank goodness I don't get to go first.
You're
anymore.
right.
Okay, Kyle, this is a giant green boot with a silver wind-up key on the side.
What the fuck?
It's your question, and you get your guests. You also have all your lifelines. I love all of the looks of just intense concentration.
This might be the hardest one. Like, what the fuck?
Let's see.
Green with a key on the side, huh?
Yep.
A wind-up key.
Yep, specifically a wind-up.
Is it? Is the game pre-2000s?
Yes.
Gonna guess in the game, fucking Toy Soldier.
That is a game I have not thought about, and that is a great guess, though, Kyle.
That is.
Unfortunately, it is incorrect.
Oh.
Oh.
All right.
All right, Nikki, we're back to you. Giant green shoe with a wind-up.
Remind me what the other two lifelines are.
You can take a second yes or no question, or I will tell you the function of the shoe if it has.
I mean, the wind. I feel like winding up the shoe is going to be the function or something stupid like that.
Right,
It's not gonna help me at all. And asking another question, I don't have any questions that are
You
intelligent enough to even bring anything to the field here.
you can wind them up to run faster. No shit.
Yeah. What on earth? That was a good guess, Kyle. That was a good guess.
That was a great guess. And I will tell you guys, just to like help you manage your lifelines, there are 5 of them. This is the third.
Kyle, what was your guess again?
Toy Soldier. It was my guess, and the game is pre-2000.
Yep.
Okay, here's where I'm gonna go. I don't know if this is pre-2000, but we're gonna try it because I have no clue. So
Dope.
there's like green army men games,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like where you played as those little army men.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a character from that. Is it from that game? I guess a green soldier from Green game. From the Green Soldier game.
Yeah. I know what games you're talking about, and no, it is not from that.
I'm sorry, Chad. I'm so sorry. Chad, like this guy doesn't even like
liking these
shoes. Screw
guesses,
this.
though. Yeah.
I love it.
All right, David, we're to you.
I'm just gonna fucking Google it.
Okay. That's a solid
Oh.
choice.
That's a good one to Google too.
Mhm.
I really screwed up picking that first.
I mean, your Google results were apparently great, though. You nailed the score.
That's true. Yeah, that's fair.
Fuck you. I don't know what it is.
See, the problem that I'm having is I haven't played a lot of these like classic games. There's the problem. See, like I've just played Final Fantasy for the first time. This is my first Final
Okay.
Fantasy last month, so
Oh wow.
I'm just now getting into it. I've never played a Zelda. Well, I mean, I guess I played a little bit of Breath of the Wild, but people don't call that a Zelda. So
What?
they say it's different than all the rest of Zeldas.
Wait,
so
somebody calls Breath of the Wild not a Zelda?
It's not true Zelda, is what I've heard.
No, that's bull. That's people who haven't played Zelda 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more like Zelda 1 than most of the like beloved Zeldas. Fuck them.
I'm gonna tell them that next time. I'm gonna tell them to go to
Yeah,
you if they have any
yeah.
problems with that.
Yeah, bring it.
Well,
How'd your Google result go, David?
not well.
I just
I
Googled it.
knew this was actually going to be a tough one for Google because of a very specific reason.
I Googled it just now and I know what it is.
Are you
David, just run into
sure?
the room and see what he googled.
Right. Google does not turn up anything if you type in Jake's description.
No, what exactly did you search?
Yeah, what's
Did
your
you
exact?
optimize your SEO?
I don't know. I definitely I searched video game green shoe silver key.
Type
Did you try
in,
using
David.
Bing?
He
Or
only gets
Ask
one
Jeeves?
search. He can't change his search.
Correct.
Oh, he can't say shirt.
No.
Nope.
So I'm diving deep in here.
Well,
On
Fuck
page
with that,
30 of
David.
Google.
Right, dude, 100%. I'm like on page 5 already.
Jake, you never said the key was silver, did you? You
Yeah.
said it was just wind up.
No,
I
he
said a silver
100%. Yeah.
I still don't know what it is.
Do you? Because I don't.
I typed in. I know you can't change it though, but I typed in giant green boot game.
Oh, that is some that is a vehicle within which they ride, you fucker. It's a Goomba from Mario. Also, page 10 of Google, you piece of shit.
Mine's
Oh
page
my
1. I literally got videos for it.
Okay, David, that is one of the 3 acceptable answers for the person who wears that shoe, correct? But which game is it from?
I didn't look. I just closed the tab. Fuck.
I guess you shouldn't have closed that tab. You done fucked up.
Clearly. Mario and the something of something. I'm bad at Nintendo shit. Dude, I don't know Nintendo. It's pre-2000.
Mm-hmm.
I know it wasn't Super Mario. So for the island. So was it in 3? Super Mario Brothers 3?
That is 3 points for David. It is in fact Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, I thought it was in
it
2.
Nope.
Mario
Super
or Luigi
Mario.
also would have been acceptable answers. They also get.
Oh, that's right, because you can hop in the shoe and jump around. Oh, that's right.
Sure can.
It's also in Super Mario Maker.
That is true.
I've never played that one.
Yep.
Fuck. Dude, I can't believe I had to go 10 pages into Google for that shit.
Mine was literally first page.
I hate you, Kyle.
Yeah, the problem I thought you might have run into Googling it is in like the box art and like out of game art, they always make it orange for some reason, but in the actual game it's green.
Right? Oh, that's crazy.
All right, well, Kyle, you get to start again for
Yeah.
shoe number 4.
Maybe I am a shoe guy.
Apparently you are.
I'm telling you, man. You just
All
found
right.
your new hobby.
Right?
These shoes are white and black knee-high boots with a black spring that reaches
Easy.
from the upper calf under the boot heel.
I have an idea.
That's good, because I don't.
You got your
I mean, I don't know if it's
question and your guess. So I got both your lifeline. For all 3 of you.
Yeah, I haven't used a single one.
Definitely Google thigh-high boots.
Do it.
Thigh-high boots.
We just lose Kyle for the rest of the
Knee-high,
podcast.
not thigh-high.
Why did your webcam shut off?
Right?
Kyle's a shoe guy now too.
Real quick, while Kyle's thinking, chat is complimenting your hair, Nikki, and says that it's super cool.
I'm just gonna
Thank
fucking
you, thank
Google
you.
Okay. Just fucking Google it then.
Yeah, just fucking Google it.
Would you like me to read the description?
You said black and white knee-high boots with spring heels, right?
With a spring that goes from the calf to under the.
Ooh. Okay. I have a new question.
That's fucking good because I don't have fucking any idea.
I got to bring up a notepad so I don't forget this question.
Perfect.
Good thinking.
Oh. Dude, I want to get up and get myself a water, but I don't trust getting up out of this chair.
Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
In what way?
My computer chair broke, and now chat is waiting for it to completely break. It's bad. Like, if I stand up, it just randomly falls to one of the directions. It almost knocked my PC off last night. Like, it's bad.
Oof.
Yeah. Is this where I'm supposed to be a good...
How's that Google search, Kyle?
Right?
How's it treating you?
Terrible.
Is this
Page 100.
right? Yeah. Is this where, while he's Googling it, we're supposed to be the good streamers and be like, sub to our channel and donate to the chair fund and, and all those call to action things that I don't do?
No.
Oh, okay. Follow us on Twitter because I want to reach 1,000 before Jordan, just cuz. No reason. Like, his has a reason behind it. Mine doesn't.
Just for the internet points.
That's right. Yeah. It's not for charity or anything like his. It's just to do it. And that's how you know he's not still in chat, because if he were lurking and heard that, you bet his ass would be in chat right now.
Nah, he's not the confrontational type, I don't think.
Oh yeah, no, never. Oh.
Spring is taking me somewhere.
The spring is confusing the fuck out of me.
That is fair.
See, I have a little idea. I worry that the question I have is going to be too specific, and you're going to say just no, and I'm going to be like, fuck, okay, well.
Right?
And it's like, like how vague can I make this question?
Gotcha.
I can't. I'm really actually a little bit, if I could brag about myself, a little bit proud of myself for asking the Nintendo question, but then getting it totally wrong and going
It was
totally
Sega?
against what I asked.
Yeah.
But I was like, wow, maybe I will get this. And here we are.
That's okay.
Right on like every step of getting to the answer, and then just as soon as it came to actually like having the answer, you just completely botched it.
If I had $1, if I had $1 for every time it's happened.
You ready
All
yet,
right,
Kyle?
How you doing over there?
There's no game-related boots in the Google search.
Oh no.
How many pages in are you?
There's only 10.
Oh.
Google.
There's no game-related.
Google. I have never in my life seen Google only give me 10 pages of anything. I could type in anything in there.
Oh, that's amazing.
He has found the edge of Google. That's fantastic.
That's right. Hey, but that means there's room for the Googleverse to expand there, Kyle.
For what I've typed, there's only 86 results.
Oh, shit.
Guess what?
How many
all
words did you
are?
type?
Right?
Almost the entire description that Jake gave me.
Oh, fuck.
You want to know what they gave me?
What'd they give you?
Various ways to shop for black and white knee-high boots.
Bro.
The
There's
spring
even
collection of
game
white
in my
black boots.
description, and none of it's game-related.
I had 7 words in my search, pulling up my search history, and I got 16 million results. Like,
Oh my fucking god. This is
80.
oh
Well,
my
you still have your
god,
question,
bro.
Kyle. Would you like to ask a yes or no question to help narrow it down?
I'm just still shocked at the 86 results.
Right?
I don't think I'll ever get over that.
No,
I'll
that's
be
perfect.
now.
Pennsylvania.
No.
Ooh, I know an interesting question that I'm not going to ask, but it would be interesting to ask.
I have no questions, so pass it up.
You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm pretty damn sure it's not in this one, but I'm gonna throw it out anyway. Jack Black's game.
Brutal Legends.
Brutal
That's a good
Legends. Yep.
I like that.
Wow, Kyle, I'm very impressed. That is awesome.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh, I was
Alright.
like,
Black and
holy
white
shit, did he
knee-high
get it?
boots though in that one.
That would be great.
That would be amazing. That'd be a deep cut too. That's like,
Yeah.
I didn't know if anybody remembered that game.
I didn't.
Oh, I played that game and beat it several times. I like that.
I really
game.
like that game.
That's
Yeah,
a
I thought
pretty
the game was
fucking good
great.
game.
It's a good game. Good game.
All right, Nicky, you're up.
Okay. Here, jeez. Here's my question that I think might be too, like, if you say no to this, I'm just gonna be like, well, fuck. Okay.
You do still have two
Is it
lifelines.
Okay. So I get another question. Then what was the other one?
I will tell you the function of the.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask my question real quick.
Okay.
Is it a Steam property?
Yes.
Oh my fucking god! We in here? Okay. Woo! Okay, so now I have to think about what it is. Now I'm thinking, I'm trying to think of who had these. It was either Portal, the girl from Portal. I don't know if she has a name, or in Half-Life. And I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm going for gold. I'm going for gold, chat. I'm going for gold. The girl from Portal.
It is Chell from Portal.
Wow. Okay, Nicky. Good shit.
Well done.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Oh, that felt good. That one felt good.
Yeah, and she has them in both. That's gonna be 3 points. That's the character and the game.
Yep.
Look,
but-
see, you know what I said earlier about all we have to go is up from here.
That's it.
Right. Look, if you end up getting
Goodness
this
gracious.
next one, the character and the game, you could still beat David.
Yep.
You'd be 1 point ahead. David, you get a first dibs at this last one. And these are red sneakers with a white strap connected by a golden brooch.
Oh, you sneaky fucker. Oh, you sneaky fucker. It's not. It's okay. Or red sneakers, white Velcro, gold brooch.
Not Velcro, a strap. White
Strap. Yeah.
May or may not be Velcro. I don't know. I haven't asked. You still have your two lifelines as well.
Yeah, I have the extra question, and then what's the last one again? What's the function of the shoe?
The function of this shoe, in some official material, but not all, to increase the user's speed.
Uh-huh.
Shocker.
Right? Is it a Sega property?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to use my extra question.
Okay.
Do the shoes belong to a female character?
No.
Okay. I'm going to go with Sonic the Hedgehog.
You nailed it. So, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog.
So the
most iconic video game shoes.
the minute you said gold brooch, I wasn't sure if you were being a tricky fucker and going with the shoes from the female character that they introduced in the animated series. Because
Nope.
Because she also has red
The
shoes.
Sonic shoes.
Okay, I couldn't remember who had the gold on it, if it was Sonic or if it was her. Oh,
I was so happy when that was your first guess.
I was hoping it was Sonic, and that he would keep going down the rabbit hole of maybe it's this other one. Because I don't know any other ones. So I was hoping he would just get it wrong, and I'd be like, Sonic.
That would have been perfect. I should have done it just for the value.
Well, that means David is officially the shoe guy.
Good job. Good game, everybody.
You got to start making games I can't win, Jake, because oh man, that was fuck.
I feel like we all did really well there.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like 2/3 of you
Kyle's
did really
Googling
well.
skills. I don't know.
86 results.
He officially beat. He beat the game we all can't beat.
Right.
He beat Google.
Yep.
He beat Google.
I will say, in Kyle's defense, when I was looking to end all these, like, make sure I had the description right and everything, it was the only one that when I looked it up, like, even knowing what it was, a bunch of real boots came up before the video game results.
That was a weird one. That was a weird.
Yeah.
Like I see it now, obviously, but that's a weird one.
That's awesome. Well, now we've come to the point. I have to give you the disclaimer for legal reasons. We do it for everybody. The views and opinions expressed in Kyle's Chaos Corner do not reflect the views and opinions of Let's Play Death Ray. We're sorry, and if you're still friends with us after this, great. Kyle, what does the Chaos Corner have in store for our friend Nicky?
Well, I have 2 quizzes ready for you.
Oh, fuck me.
Everyone.
No, I'm done.
For
I'm out.
For everyone.
Okay, I'm on board.
If you were to go to Discord and look in Kyle's Chaos Corner,
I-
2 quizzes I wish for you to
You
fill out.
son of a
Tell me who it is.
bitch, I have to do it on my phone.
Homework?
Oh yes, okay.
You're the
I would
worst.
like you to
Are-
fill out those
these-
2.
Are these 2 different ones?
Yeah, they're 2
look the
different
same.
ones. One's
Oh.
for One Piece. The other one's your Marvel character.
Ah. I didn't
I'm
realize you
seeing
worked for BuzzFeed.
2. Which Avengers are you?
Yep.
Okay. I'm taking the quiz. Oh shit! Here we go.
Wait, what? No, something went wrong.
Hey, it's an exclamation, David, right there.
Dude, I have to do it on my
Where-
phone. We're recording in my Discord. I can't. You're a piece of shit.
I mean, you could copy the link and bring it up on another browser.
No, I can't go to the channel on my computer, Kyle. I can't click off of the 4 of us.
Did you realize you can separate the video from the actual Discord?
No, not for the way that we record it.
Which weapon would you like most? A team? That's not a weapon.
Well, that depends on if you're picking them up and physically throwing them at the enemy, Jake.
You know what? You know what? You're right. Also, I'm choosing it. I don't want to do work. Let them fight.
Have the TV work for you. Yeah, there you go.
I hate this.
Which skill do you most value that separates you from others? Ingenuity, experience, leadership, moral compass.
Dude, I can fucking rig this. These answers are so easy.
Yeah, you have to answer them truth from the heart.
I don't have one of those, Jake.
Okay, then from the liver.
Ooh. Wait, what if for the answer of what did you play with when you were younger is all of the above? Can I click all of the above?
What is your best feature? My eyes. They were all like personality traits, and then my eye.
Right? Well,
I mean,
that
we
must be
can't
the
all be
female
like
option,
Hawkeye.
Jake. We all know they can't have personalities.
Wait, we can't all be like Hawkeye.
Does playing D&D count as hosting a party?
Probably.
Oh, gather within. That.
I mean, we have alcohol, food, group of people, have a great time. Yeah, that's a party.
What's fletching? Favorite class in school? Fletching?
That's making arrows.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
fletching is putting the feathers on the end of arrows.
Wonder which one that's going towards.
Yeah, I know, right?
Definitely, it's definitely Hulk.
yeah, definitely.
Classic Hulk.
He's always there.
There's what height is most suited to you? 8'5".
That's
Yeah.
not what I'm about. That's what I was about to bring up.
Right, yeah. I'm 8'5", totally.
Look, I'm 8'5" in my heart.
I'm apparently
8'5" would suck.
I'm apparently 23% Thor, which is my main one.
I also like that one of the other options is 5'6.5".
Right?
I am 37% Black Widow.
Ooh.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I like that one. That was fun.
Hey, these are the same
I'm so glad. I
quiz.
take these very
Yeah, I was
accidentally
just about to say
posted
it.
the
Oh,
same
wait,
one
are they?
twice.
Yeah, these are 100% the same quiz. But
That's
I-
what was confusing me
Oh.
earlier.
yeah, I'm Thor,
They're
motherfucker.
supposed to be separate. They're supposed to be separate. Here, let me take the actual other one.
No, you said the next one's One Piece.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. I've heard it's really good though.
I don't think he means actually One Piece.
Oh, not actually One Piece.
I assume that's what.
The
I'm
anime One Piece.
Luffy, because that's the one whose name I know.
I don't know anything about One Piece.
There you go.
Oh, it is
Well,
actually
that's
One
named
Piece.
Luffy.
Shit.
I'm still doing it because these characters look awesome.
So while you guys are going through that one, I'll tell you my Avenger.
Uh-huh.
30% Thor, 21% Nick Fury, and 21% Captain America.
Bullshit.
7% Hulk. That's the only one that counts.
Of course.
0% Iron Man, which I'm okay with. Definitely.
Well, to quote Nerdflex80, fuck Iron Man.
Aw. Okay. That's nice. I got 23% Black Widow, 21% Nick Fury, 21%.
Why is that
Hawkeye.
playing?
I'm the normies.
You got to stop doing those. I don't know why they're still playing. They shouldn't be playing through there. They should be shut off for them.
David didn't play.
Oh, it did.
Oh.
I don't know why they're playing. I have everything shut off on the mixer, so I don't know why all of our sound alerts are playing.
I'm being real on these. It said, are you smart?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Right? Yeah.
Don't worry. I those questions, I was like, average?
You also like putting yourself down. Yes.
Yeah. Fuck me, I guess.
How strong are you?
Right?
Hey, below average, Jake. Below average.
Wait a minute. This answer's on the wrong quiz. I'm the strongest there is. That's literally Hulk's catchphrase. Come on.
Right?
No, his catchphrase is strongest Avenger.
No, Hulk is strongest one there is.
Yep.
Would I kill my enemies in one piece?
Fuck yeah, I would.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably talking about Gary too, doing it.
Oh no, I was talking about Ant. Look, I am taking this very seriously. All right.
Are you?
Yes, I am taking this quiz very seriously, which is hard because these answers suck.
Oh my god. I am. Oh man. I don't even know how to say it here. I'm gonna copy paste this in. Can I copy paste in that Discord?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
There we go. That's who I got. I don't know how to say that name.
Let's see.
But
Don Juan. Oh.
First of all, that's Don Quixote do Flamingo. All
Yeah,
right.
he's the flamingo in that fucking show.
And I got the same one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we are one and the same.
That's right.
Fucking mafia
Yeah,
members.
I feel like I
Literally.
had to put myself back in like thinking about me because the first question was what would you be or whatever, and I put pirate. So then all I thought of was like, what would a pirate do in this?
That's right.
And I was like, oh no, wait, it's about me.
You are a pirate.
Now I can't wait to watch this show
I
because
got
I'm gonna
Chopper.
find them and I'll be like,
Huh?
Right?
I got Chopper.
Chopper.
It's like a little deer fucker.
Wait, is he like he's a deer fucker or a deer?
He's a deer.
Okay.
Yep.
he's a
looking
deer.
Yep.
Dude, he
If
looks-
anyone cared, I'm Frankie.
I have to look
I
up
don't
what
know
all
what
these
that means,
people
Kyle.
look
I've
like.
never seen the show.
None of us know anything
Oh,
about
Frankie's
this.
huge.
Yeah, Frankie's big. He's a
He has some, like,
cyborg.
He has some like Dr. Robotnik vibes.
Yeah.
I think
Ooh.
coming from him.
Yep, he's
The-
a cyborg.
Those are good vibes to have.
Oh wait. Okay, never mind. There are two way different pictures. There's one where he has like huge
Right.
shoulders and like super jacked, and then there's another one where he's like maybe average jacked, but his forearms are huge. He's like,
Ah.
"Why?"
So like
Yeah,
one
there's
where
one
he's
where
like
he looks like a
Jordan,
human.
and then one where he's like
They're
Arnold
looking at-
Schwarzenegger.
You're looking
Yeah.
at pictures before and after his accident.
Oh.
When he gets
I
his
want-
big ass shoulders. it's
I want that kind of accident.
Well, all like I want to say like 85% of his body's metal.
It's like steroids. Just
Okay,
oops.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like everything but his head.
Like what you see is like the skin is the only really like left of his original body.
Oh.
Okay.
Everything else is metal and everything, even including some of his major organs.
So, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Kyle. I thought you were done.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay,
Oh, cosplay
is that
in here.
is that all you have?
Yep, that's it.
Because apparently we have a final segment that we don't normally have. Nicky owes apparently chat a wheel spin, and I think we all know what wheel we're talking about.
Where's I don't have it, damn it. I wish I had it set up in OBS to where
Oh.
it would go over my webcam. That
That
would
would
be
have
amazing.
been so
But
good.
luckily, luckily I do.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's backwards, son of a bitch! No.
It's
Okay, well, it was backwards. Here, no, like I.
no,
I
it was
think
fine
I-
it was fine on our side.
Yeah.
Oh, was it really? Oh,
Yeah.
let me do it again then.
Yeah.
Nicky's Wheel of Fuckery.
Oh,
Yeah, the scene's not set up.
Right.
For this. Okay. Okay, here we go.
I think that was fine. Upside down, that was fine. Well, side.
all right, here we go. Here we go. Yep. Nicky's Wheel of Fuckery. I love this. Dude, this is similar to the wheel. Actually, I might have to pick his brain to see which one he bought, because we need one of these for Extra Life.
I got it from work.
Oh,
took
nice.
Yeah, it was like for a movie theater. So like, it had the movie theater's logo here, and it had like where I guess you could spin it if you did something at
Oh,
the theater.
shit.
So it'd give you like a free popcorn or a free ticket or whatever.
Oh, dope.
And then I was like, I want that, and I took it. I asked first, of course.
Right,
And then
right.
I got it, and then I was like,
just took it.
yeah, and I was like, what should I do with this? I should just put just the most ridiculous shit on here. And I did that. Yeah, there you go.
We made our thing out of cardboard last year, and it did not uphold, so I'm gonna buy a real one this time.
Yeah, I love this thing. It's a little loud though, so if you have headphones on, I'd maybe turn down just a hair.
Nah,
There we go.
it's worth it.
This is for you, chat. And I'm hoping for this one right here. You can't read it, but I can.
It's pretty quiet, actually.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't come through on this.
Inspirational speech.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Is this gonna be the TikTok clip?
Can I don't know if you guys can hear anything. Oh, I don't know how to do that on Discord. Wish I knew more, because I have a button that plays music,
You do, and it's great music.
and that music just hypes me up. I'm like, am I lagging a little bit too?
A little bit. You're better now,
My frames
but
are a little weird. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and play it just so it gets me hyped up.
yeah, go ahead.
But let's freaking do this. Hang on. Let me get my Zen real quick. Friends, now we've all come together today. Just friends. All of us a little bit closer than we were earlier. And you know what? There's nothing in life better than friendship, better than all of us coming together. This is when it's starting to get hyped up. Coming together, building friendships. Building friendships on Twitch, on this beautiful platform where we can all come together with one single goal. And that's to get closer. Because you know what makes the world go round? Friendship. Friendship between you and you and you. You watching? Yeah, cosplay. I'm talking to you. It's about all of us coming together and doing what we want to do, entertaining the people out there, and getting us going. Can I get an amen in chat?
Amen.
And right there is
I wish you could hear it in my ears because it was,
right.
it was chef's kiss.
His music is amazing. Also, right then in his chat is usually when they punch him with his little animated punch Nicky thing. It's like
that's RN.
Yeah.
That's RN.
Yeah, he punches you relentlessly. That's phenomenal, and I love it. Dude, this has been so much fun. I don't want to stop, but I know that we can only have the episode go for so long. Thank you so much. This has been amazing. Like, I'm so glad you said yes. You want to go ahead and plug once again where everyone can find you?
Sure. Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me on this. This has been a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I'm still a little sad I didn't win the shoes, guessing the shoes thing. But you know what? I'm still very proud that I at least got those 3 points.
Those were flawless.
That was something. Anyway, my name is NickyNeurotic. I stream a variety of things on Twitch. I do it every Friday. We usually drink, I usually drink. I don't know if people drink with me, but I usually drink. We spin the wheel of fuckery all the time, and then I usually play like an RPG. Is kind of what I've been into. I finished Final Fantasy VII, the original, recently, which was my first ever Final Fantasy. Went on to the remake. I think I've cried twice already. It's absolutely beautiful, and that's what we're going through right now. I have a lot of fun stuff coming down the pipeline. I'm also on TikTok if you wanna go there and see me not post for another month, but maybe have kind of some posts right after each other and then wait another month out. Just I'm on there as well. I'm on Twitter. I'm on pretty much everything. NickyNeurotic. But yeah, thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys so very much. And as always, we'll see you again next week. Thanks for watching, everyone. We greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys had a ton of fun. I know we did. Nicky is a great, great guy. Make sure, subscribe to the channel, click the bell if you don't want to miss any future episodes, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the interview and if there's anyone you want to see us bring onto the show. And until then, have a great day.